Time is one thing we can never get back once it's gone, yet most of us spend hours every day on things that don't really matter. This book is about learning how to take control of your time so you can focus on what truly makes a difference in your life. You will discover simple and practical steps to identify where your time is being wasted, remove distractions, and organize your day with intention. Every chapter provides clear guidance you can use immediately to plan better, make smarter decisions, and protect your most valuable hours. You will learn how to build habits that actually save time, delegate tasks effectively, and use small moments to get more done without feeling stressed. By the end, you will understand how to track your progress, invest in skills that increase efficiency, and create a lifestyle where time works for you instead of against you. If you are ready to reclaim your day, gain control over your schedule, and finally focus on what matters, this book will guide you step by step through making every hour count. Chapter 1. Identify where your time is wasted every single day. Time is the most valuable resource anyone can have, yet it is often the one we treat with the least care. Every day, hours pass by in ways that often go unnoticed, leaving us feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, or like we are not accomplishing enough. The truth is that most people are not fully aware of where their time is going. It slips through our fingers in tiny increments, scrolling social media, answering unnecessary emails, getting pulled into conversations that do not serve our goals, or simply waiting without purpose. The first step in taking control of life and reclaiming your time is to identify where it is being wasted. This is not about judging yourself or feeling guilty about past choices. It is about understanding reality, seeing the truth clearly, and making intentional decisions to use your hours more effectively. Begin by observing your day closely. For most people, there is a routine, even if it seems chaotic. From the moment the alarm rings to the time you close your eyes at night, your hours are filled with activities, some productive, some neutral, and some harmful to your growth. The key is awareness. Without awareness, there is no improvement. Start by writing down a typical day in exact detail. Record everything, including the small things that feel insignificant. What time do you wake up? How long do you spend on breakfast, getting ready, commuting, checking messages, scrolling online, watching television, or simply sitting idle? What time is devoted to work, household chores, or caring for others? How much of the evening is lost to distractions? Tracking your daily routine in writing or using a time-tracking app can be an eye-opening exercise. Many people are shocked to discover that they spend 2, 3, or even more hours a day on activities that do not contribute meaningfully to their goals or personal growth. Once you have a clear picture of your day, look for patterns. Identify moments where time disappears without intention. These are the areas that silently drain your energy and prevent progress. For example, social media can feel like a small break, but it often extends for long stretches without notice. A 5-minute check can turn into 30 or 40 minutes without realizing it. Television and streaming services can be another trap, offering entertainment while stealing hours that could be used for reading, learning, exercise, or building meaningful connections. Even work can include time wastage through unnecessary meetings, redundant tasks, or multitasking on low-value activities. The principle is simple. Anything that consumes time without producing real value or moving you closer to your goals should be carefully examined. Self-reflection plays a vital role in this process. Ask yourself why certain activities take up so much time. Is it out of habit, procrastination, or a way to avoid something important or uncomfortable? Often wasted time is linked to emotional patterns such as avoidance, fear, or lack of clarity. For instance, if you notice that scrolling social media consumes large portions of your evening, it may be because your mind seeks distraction from stress or boredom. Understanding the why behind the wasted time allows you to address the root cause, not just the symptom. This self-awareness creates the foundation for meaningful change. Without it, any attempt to control time will be temporary and likely unsuccessful. It is also crucial to differentiate between time that is truly wasted and time that is restorative or necessary. Rest, relaxation, and leisure are essential for mental and physical health. The goal is not to fill every moment with productivity, but to ensure that your hours are intentional and aligned with your values. Wasted time, by contrast, leaves you feeling drained, anxious, or regretful, without contributing to your goals, growth, or well-being. Recognizing this distinction allows you to make conscious choices about what deserves your attention and what should be reduced or eliminated. One of the most effective ways to identify wasted time is to analyze your energy patterns throughout the day. Most people experience fluctuations in focus and motivation. Early mornings may bring clarity and sharpness, while mid-afternoon can feel sluggish. By tracking how your energy aligns with your activities, you can see when you are performing high-value tasks and when you are drifting into low-value or passive activities. For example, if you spend your most alert hours on trivial tasks like answering routine emails, your time is being misused. Aligning high-energy periods with high-impact tasks is a key step toward maximizing effectiveness and reclaiming your time. Creating a time audit is a practical method to identify waste. Start by dedicating 1 week to recording every activity in blocks of 15 to 30 minutes. Be honest and thorough, including downtime, entertainment, and idle moments. At the end of the week, review your records and categorize your activities. Mark them as essential, productive, neutral, or wasted. Essential tasks are those that cannot be avoided, such as sleep, work obligations, and basic self-care. Productive tasks are activities that advance your goals, learning, relationships, or health. Neutral tasks may include minor chores or small breaks that neither harm nor help your progress. Wasted tasks are activities that consume time without meaningful outcomes, often providing temporary comfort at the expense of long-term gain. Once you have this visual breakdown, patterns emerge clearly, and it becomes obvious where change is needed. It is important to challenge assumptions about what constitutes productive time. Many people overestimate their efficiency, believing they are accomplishing more than they actually are. This is why objective tracking is crucial. Productivity is not measured by busyness or constant activity. It is measured by results, growth, and alignment with your priorities. Identify the tasks that are truly moving you forward and distinguish them from those that merely fill time. This clarity will prevent the common trap of confusing activity with progress. It is possible to be busy all day and achieve very little. Identifying wasted time ensures that your focus is directed toward meaningful action rather than empty motion. Once wasted time is identified, the next step is to confront it without judgment. Recognize the reality of how your hours are being used and accept it as it is. Avoid excuses or self-criticism. The goal is not guilt but empowerment. Acceptance allows you to make conscious choices and implement changes that are practical and sustainable. This mindset shift is critical because it transforms your relationship with time from reactive to intentional. You are no longer a passenger in your day. You become the driver, choosing where your energy goes and how your hours are spent. To make this practical, create a list of your top time drains and develop strategies to minimize or eliminate them. For example, if social media is a major waste, set strict limits, schedule specific periods for usage, or use apps that block distracting platforms. If television consumes hours, identify episodes or content worth watching and reduce casual viewing. For work-related inefficiencies, streamline processes, consolidate tasks, and remove unnecessary meetings. Even small adjustments, such as turning off notifications or batching similar tasks together, can reclaim significant portions of time over weeks and months. These small victories compound and lead to substantial gains in productivity and personal satisfaction. Another actionable approach is to implement micro-reflection moments throughout the day. Pause for a few minutes in the morning, afternoon, and evening to ask, am I spending my time intentionally? Am I engaging in activities that align with my values and goals? These brief pauses create awareness and prevent unconscious drifting into low-value actions. The power of consistent reflection is often underestimated. It reinforces discipline, improves focus, and helps you catch wasted time before it accumulates into hours lost. Accountability is another tool for identifying and reducing wasted time. Share your goals and time management intentions with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach. Reporting progress creates a sense of responsibility and motivates adherence to planned actions. This external accountability complements internal self-awareness and increases the likelihood of sustained change. When someone else is aware of your time goals, distractions and inefficiencies become more noticeable and the urge to drift diminishes. It is essential to embrace the principle of marginal gains. Small increments of recovered time add up over days and weeks. Even reducing wasted time by 30 minutes a day creates more than 3 extra hours a week. Use these reclaimed hours intentionally, whether for learning, exercise, relationship building, or pursuing long-term goals. The compounding effect of consistent time recovery is profound. Over months and years, it transforms life from reactive to deliberate, chaotic to disciplined, and stagnant to progressive. While identifying wasted time is practical, it is equally important to explore the psychological impact of time loss. Every moment spent unproductively can generate subtle feelings of dissatisfaction or guilt. Over time, these feelings accumulate, affecting confidence, focus, and motivation. By addressing wasted time, you not only reclaim hours, but also improve mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall well-being. The benefits extend far beyond productivity. Time mastery is directly linked to self-mastery, resilience, and life satisfaction. The discipline of examining how hours are spent reinforces habits that enhance character, focus, and long-term success. It is also vital to recognize that wasted time often masks underlying issues, such as lack of clarity, indecision, or fear. People frequently avoid challenging tasks by distracting themselves with trivial activities. Identifying wasted time is an opportunity to confront these underlying challenges. When you see where your hours are lost, you can take steps to develop focus, confront fears, and engage in purposeful action. In this way, time recovery becomes a catalyst for personal growth, self-discipline, and emotional resilience. Consistency is the key to turning insight into change. Identifying wasted time is not a one-time exercise. Daily observation, reflection, and adjustment are required to maintain control over your hours. Develop a system for regular review, such as weekly or monthly audits, to ensure that awareness translates into sustained improvement. Over time, you will cultivate a strong sense of discipline, clarity, and control over your life. Repeated small actions compound into profound transformation, allowing you to create a life defined by purpose, not distraction. Finally, take a moment to imagine the potential that lies in reclaiming wasted time. Each hour saved is an hour that can be invested in growth, learning, health, meaningful relationships, or personal projects. Time is not a renewable resource, and every lost hour cannot be regained. The urgency of reclaiming it is real, and the impact on your life is immense. The act of identifying wasted time is the first step in creating a life of intentionality, discipline, and fulfillment. It is the foundation upon which all other time management, productivity, and personal growth strategies are built. Recognizing where your time goes empowers you to make informed choices, prioritize effectively, and align your daily actions with your deepest values. This discipline forms the cornerstone of resilience, focus, and continuous improvement. This chapter is not just about tracking hours or noticing lost moments. It is about awakening to the reality of your life and taking full responsibility for it. Every moment carries potential. Every hour offers opportunity. Understanding where time is wasted and taking action to reclaim it shifts the trajectory of life in ways that are immediate, tangible, and long-lasting. Through meticulous observation, honest self-reflection, and consistent adjustment, you reclaim ownership of your day and your life. Time mastery is a reflection of self-mastery. It builds resilience, sharpens focus, and enhances emotional strength. By identifying where your time is wasted every single day, you take the first decisive step toward living intentionally, growing continuously, and achieving the life you desire and deserve. Every small action taken with awareness contributes to a life that is purposeful, disciplined, and deeply fulfilling. This is the beginning of a transformation where wasted time becomes regained time, distraction becomes focus, and ordinary days become opportunities for meaningful progress. This chapter establishes the foundation of the journey, preparing you to take further steps with clarity, discipline, and deliberate intention, setting the stage for each following chapter that will continue to guide you toward mastery of your time and life. Chapter 2. Prioritize tasks that truly move your life forward. Prioritizing tasks is the single most powerful way to reclaim control over your day and your life. The hours you spend on activities that do not contribute to your goals or personal growth are hours that can never be recovered. Every person has the same 24 hours, but what separates those who make progress from those who feel stuck is the ability to focus on the work that truly matters. Prioritization is not about doing more, it is about doing what has the greatest impact, the work that aligns with your values, ambitions, and long-term vision. Understanding this distinction is critical because it transforms busy work into purposeful action. The key is to identify, evaluate, and commit to tasks that genuinely move your life forward. Begin by examining your long-term goals and defining what moving your life forward actually means for you. This requires clarity and honesty. It is not enough to say, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be happy." You need specificity. What skills do you need to develop? What milestones indicate progress? What actions today will create the foundation for achievements tomorrow? Without clear objectives, prioritization becomes guesswork. Write down your top 3 to 5 life goals and then consider the daily actions that directly support them. Each task should have a purpose and a measurable outcome. If a task does not advance your vision in a tangible way, it should be re-evaluated or eliminated. Once your goals are clear, the next step is to assess the tasks in front of you objectively. Every day presents dozens, if not hundreds, of potential activities vying for your attention. Meetings, emails, phone calls, errands, social obligations, and minor chores all compete with important work. Without a framework to determine what matters most, you will naturally gravitate toward tasks that feel urgent but are ultimately inconsequential. The distinction between urgent and important is crucial. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, often because someone else considers them a priority. Important tasks contribute directly to your objectives and long-term growth. Many people spend their time responding to urgent requests while neglecting important work, creating the illusion of productivity without meaningful progress. A practical approach is to categorize your daily tasks by importance and urgency. Important and urgent tasks require immediate attention and produce significant results. Important but not urgent tasks are the ones that build momentum toward your goals and prevent crises. Urgent but not important tasks can often be delegated or minimized. Tasks that are neither urgent nor important should be eliminated entirely. By consistently evaluating tasks through this lens, you develop a habit of directing energy where it has the greatest impact. This is how focus becomes intentional and productivity becomes meaningful. Discipline is a critical component of prioritization. It is easy to be aware of what matters and still give in to distractions, appealing tasks, or comfort-driven actions. True prioritization requires saying no to low-value activities, even when they seem urgent or enticing. This may mean declining certain invitations, limiting social media time, or postponing minor tasks that do not align with your objectives. It is not about avoiding responsibilities, but about protecting your focus for the work that moves your life forward. Discipline ensures consistency, which is the only path to tangible results. Time blocking is an effective technique for prioritizing tasks and creating structured focus. Allocate specific periods of your day for high-value activities and guard them fiercely. During these blocks, eliminate interruptions and dedicate yourself entirely to the chosen task. Treat these periods as non-negotiable appointments with your future. If a task is important but not urgent, scheduling time for it ensures that it does not get lost amidst daily distractions. The act of physically setting aside time reinforces commitment and creates a psychological boundary that supports sustained attention. Another important element is understanding the concept of energy alignment. Not all tasks require the same level of focus or creativity, and not all moments of the day provide the same capacity for engagement. High-impact tasks should be scheduled during periods when mental clarity, focus, and motivation are at their peak. Less demanding work can be reserved for low-energy periods. This alignment ensures that the most important work is performed when you are most capable of executing it effectively, maximizing results and reducing wasted effort. Decision fatigue can sabotage prioritization if left unchecked. Every choice consumes mental energy, and by the end of the day, even critical decisions may be compromised. Reduce the number of trivial decisions by simplifying routines, setting clear guidelines for recurring tasks, and preparing in advance. For example, plan your day the evening before, list your top 3 priorities, and follow that plan without deviation. When fewer decisions are required to get started, you free mental capacity for the high-value tasks that truly move your life forward. Actionable steps also involve regular reflection and adjustment. At the end of each day or week, review completed tasks and evaluate whether they contributed meaningfully to your goals. Ask yourself, did I spend most of my time on what truly matters? Which activities provided tangible progress and which were distractions? Honest assessment allows continuous refinement of priorities and ensures that time spent aligns with long-term objectives. This reflective practice prevents stagnation, reinforces accountability, and strengthens the ability to focus on what is important. It is important to recognize that prioritization is dynamic. Goals evolve, circumstances change, and unexpected responsibilities arise. Effective prioritization requires adaptability and flexibility without sacrificing focus on what matters most. This means occasionally re-evaluating your objectives, adjusting strategies, and remaining responsive to change while maintaining clarity about core priorities. Balancing flexibility and consistency is essential for maintaining momentum and preventing wasted time on shifting distractions. Breaking large goals into smaller, actionable steps enhances prioritization. Ambitious objectives can feel overwhelming and lead to procrastination. By dividing a major goal into manageable tasks, you create a clear roadmap and can identify which daily actions will have the most immediate impact. Each completed step provides measurable progress and reinforces motivation. Prioritization becomes less abstract and more tangible, allowing you to allocate energy efficiently and prevent time from being consumed by indecision or hesitation. Accountability systems amplify the effectiveness of prioritization. Sharing your goals, priorities, and daily plans with a trusted individual, mentor, or group provides external reinforcement. Accountability encourages follow-through, highlights areas of wasted effort, and offers valuable feedback. When someone else is aware of your objectives, the desire to stay disciplined and focused increases. The combination of self-awareness and external accountability creates a powerful structure for consistently prioritizing tasks that move your life forward. Eliminating clutter in your environment supports prioritization. Physical and digital clutter distracts attention, slows decision-making, and reduces efficiency. Maintain organized workspaces, clear unnecessary files and notifications, and create systems that allow you to focus on the tasks that matter. A simplified environment reduces mental friction, allowing the mind to devote energy to high-value activities. Prioritization is not just about choosing the right tasks, it is about removing obstacles that prevent full engagement with them. Prioritization also involves learning to tolerate discomfort and delayed gratification. High-value tasks often require sustained focus, effort, and sacrifice. Choosing to work on what matters instead of what feels easier or more immediately rewarding develops resilience, self-control, and the ability to generate meaningful results. Avoiding discomfort in favor of trivial activities delays progress. By consistently choosing impact over ease, you create a pattern of behavior that produces tangible growth and long-term success. Finally, developing an internal sense of purpose strengthens prioritization. When tasks are connected to a clear sense of why and personal mission, motivation becomes intrinsic. External pressures, distractions, and time-wasting activities lose their grip. A well-defined purpose acts as a compass, guiding daily decisions and reinforcing commitment to meaningful work. When priorities are aligned with purpose, the mind and actions operate in harmony, making focus effortless and progress inevitable. The act of prioritizing is transformative. It turns vague intentions into deliberate action. It creates clarity amidst the chaos of everyday life. By consistently focusing on the tasks that matter most, time is reclaimed, energy is preserved, and momentum toward long-term goals accelerates. Prioritization empowers individuals to act with intention, minimize wasted effort, and maximize results. Every decision, every hour, and every action becomes meaningful when aligned with priorities. Through clear goals, objective assessment, disciplined action, structured scheduling, reflection, adaptability, and purpose, you ensure that the work you invest your energy into moves your life forward. Prioritization is not a one-time choice, it is a daily practice. It is a commitment to recognize what matters, eliminate distractions, and take consistent action. It is the principle that allows you to transform hours into progress, intentions into accomplishments, and potential into reality. By mastering this skill, every day becomes an opportunity to advance toward your aspirations, build resilience, and live a life defined by intentional effort rather than scattered busyness. The discipline of focusing on what truly matters changes the trajectory of life in measurable, impactful, and enduring ways. Every moment spent on a meaningful task compounds over time, creating exponential growth and profound transformation in both personal and professional realms. Prioritization is the bridge between desire and achievement, awareness and action, and wasted time and purposeful living. Chapter 3. Eliminate distractions that steal your focus constantly. Distractions are the hidden thieves of time and energy, silently breaking focus and diluting effort throughout the day. Most people underestimate how much mental bandwidth is consumed by interruptions, notifications, and environmental chaos. Every ping, alert, or unnecessary interaction fragments attention, making it difficult to enter deep, productive states. Eliminating these distractions is not just about turning off devices, it is about creating an environment and mindset that support focus consistently. Focus is not automatic, it is cultivated deliberately, and the first step is recognizing the factors that constantly pull attention away from what matters most. Begin by observing how and when distractions occur. Track your day with careful attention, noting moments when concentration is broken. Are notifications from phones or computers pulling you away from work? Are casual conversations or office interruptions preventing sustained effort? Is multitasking diluting the quality of your output? Understanding the sources of distraction provides the foundation for actionable strategies to reduce or eliminate them. Without this awareness, attempts to focus will be inconsistent and prone to failure. Identifying patterns reveals both external and internal distractions, which often interact to undermine productivity. External distractions are the first target. These include anything in your surroundings that draws attention away from the task at hand. Cluttered workspaces, noisy environments, and visual stimuli all compete for focus. By organizing your physical space, removing unnecessary items, and creating a clean, designated area for work, you reduce the constant micro-interruptions that prevent sustained attention. Noise can be minimized through headphones, white noise, or a quiet room, depending on personal preference. Even subtle adjustments, such as ensuring adequate lighting or maintaining a comfortable temperature, support longer periods of uninterrupted focus. Technology is a major source of distraction. Smartphones, social media, and email are engineered to capture attention repeatedly, often for hours each day. Notifications trigger compulsive responses, interrupting thought processes and delaying progress. One effective strategy is to control notifications, limiting alerts to only essential communications. Another approach is to schedule specific times for checking email, messages, and social platforms rather than responding continuously throughout the day. The objective is not to eliminate technology entirely, but to ensure it serves your goals rather than controls your attention. Internal distractions can be equally disruptive. Mental chatter, wandering thoughts, or unresolved worries often steal focus without external triggers. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, or simple breath awareness exercises train the mind to recognize when attention has drifted and gently redirect it back to the task. Prioritizing mental clarity and reducing cognitive load also helps. Writing down concerns or planning future tasks outside of the work period ensures that the mind does not become preoccupied with non-essential thoughts. Developing self-discipline in managing internal distractions is crucial for deep focus and high-quality output. Structuring your day strategically reduces the opportunity for distractions to interfere. Identify the periods of peak energy and concentration and reserve them for high-priority, cognitively demanding work. Low-value or routine tasks can be completed during less alert periods, preventing unnecessary interruptions during critical moments. Scheduling deliberate blocks of time for focused work encourages a habit of sustained attention. Treat these time blocks as non-negotiable appointments, signaling to yourself and others that focus is protected. Setting boundaries with others is another practical approach. Communicating clearly about availability and the importance of uninterrupted work prevents frequent interruptions. Whether at home or in the office, people often assume that attention is instantly accessible. Explaining that focus time is essential for productivity and personal effectiveness reduces external distractions while maintaining professional and personal relationships. Boundaries reinforce respect for your time and teach others how to interact with you in ways that support focus rather than disrupt it. Breaking tasks into smaller, clearly defined actions also minimizes distraction. Large or ambiguous projects can overwhelm the mind, leading to avoidance or susceptibility to interruptions. When a task is specific and actionable, the focus is more natural and easier to maintain. Clarity about next steps removes the internal friction that often invites distraction, enabling consistent attention on meaningful progress. The combination of clarity and structure reduces mental wandering and improves overall efficiency. Accountability amplifies the ability to resist distractions. Sharing goals, priorities, and daily tasks with a colleague, mentor, or accountability partner increases the likelihood of sustained focus. When someone else is aware of your objectives, the pressure to remain disciplined grows, and the temptation of low-value activities decreases. This external reinforcement complements internal strategies, creating a multi-layered system that supports uninterrupted work. Eliminating distractions also involves deliberate decision-making. Choosing what deserves attention and what does not is an ongoing process. Avoid impulsive reactions to messages, emails, or requests that are not aligned with priorities. Develop a habit of questioning each activity. Is this essential? Does it contribute meaningfully to my goals? Does it require immediate action? By filtering actions through this lens, unnecessary interruptions are minimized, allowing focus to remain on high-impact work. Micro-distractions accumulate over time, eroding productivity gradually. Simple actions such as checking the phone between tasks, glancing at irrelevant notifications, or switching windows on a computer create friction that multiplies across hours and days. Recognizing these subtle habits and replacing them with intentional behaviors strengthens focus. Techniques like the Pomodoro method or scheduled breaks create structured periods for both work and rest, ensuring that attention is concentrated when needed and restored when appropriate. Mental resilience is built through the consistent practice of eliminating distractions. Every time focus is regained after an interruption, the ability to maintain attention strengthens. This skill compounds over time, improving both efficiency and the quality of output. Attention becomes a muscle, and like any muscle, it requires deliberate training, consistent exercise, and recovery periods. By treating focus as a skill to be cultivated, distractions lose their power and sustained productivity becomes achievable. Reflection and review reinforce this practice. At the end of each day, analyze where attention was broken and identify triggers. Consider which distractions were avoidable, which could have been managed better, and which were necessary but unavoidable. This awareness allows continuous refinement of strategies and reinforces a proactive approach to focus. Learning from daily experience builds a mindset that values concentration and systematically reduces wasted time. Even small environmental adjustments have profound effects. Reducing visual clutter, organizing digital files, and creating a designated workspace signals to the mind that focus is expected. Removing unnecessary devices, applications, or notifications simplifies decision-making and reduces the likelihood of cognitive overload. These small intentional changes create a supportive structure that allows deep concentration to flourish naturally. The discipline to eliminate distractions is intertwined with commitment to long-term goals. When tasks are directly tied to meaningful objectives, the mind is naturally motivated to resist interruptions. Understanding the consequences of wasted attention reinforces determination. Every moment spent on distraction is a moment lost in pursuit of what matters most. Internalizing this truth strengthens resolve and encourages deliberate action, ensuring that distractions no longer dictate outcomes. Overcoming distractions requires persistence. Habits that fragment attention are deeply ingrained and will challenge focus repeatedly. Success comes from consistent, deliberate effort, adjusting approaches as needed, and refusing to accept scattered attention as the norm. Small victories accumulate, and over time, the ability to sustain deep focus becomes second nature. Each step taken to eliminate interruptions builds confidence, control, and mental clarity. In addition to internal and external strategies, leverage tools that support focus rather than hinder it. Use productivity applications, website blockers, and structured planning systems to create an environment conducive to uninterrupted work. Automating minor tasks reduces the need to switch attention frequently, allowing sustained engagement with high-priority activities. The combination of self-discipline, environmental optimization, and technological support creates a robust framework for minimizing distractions. The act of eliminating distractions transforms both productivity and quality of life. Focused attention accelerates progress toward goals, reduces stress from scattered effort, and enhances the sense of accomplishment. The ability to concentrate deeply strengthens problem-solving, creativity, and learning, providing a competitive advantage in every area of life. When distractions are minimized, time is no longer fragmented, energy is preserved, and meaningful work becomes the default state. Consistency is essential. The process of removing distractions must be practiced daily. Each decision to focus, each boundary maintained, and each adjustment to the environment reinforces the habit. Over time, these choices compound, creating a life in which attention is aligned with purpose and progress is inevitable. The discipline to eliminate distractions is not merely about efficiency, it is about mastering the mind, controlling attention, and taking ownership of the hours that define life. By consciously identifying and removing distractions, you reclaim not only your time, but also your mental clarity, energy, and motivation. Every interruption avoided is an opportunity gained. Every moment of sustained focus contributes to growth, achievement, and fulfillment. The practice of eliminating distractions is a cornerstone of personal discipline and a prerequisite for achieving meaningful results. It is the foundation upon which all subsequent efforts in time management, prioritization, and personal development are built. Chapter 4. Schedule your day intentionally for maximum productivity. Scheduling your day intentionally is one of the most powerful strategies for achieving consistent progress and reclaiming control over your life. Most people drift through their day reacting to circumstances, responding to emails, answering calls, and fulfilling requests without a clear plan. This reactive approach leads to wasted time, missed opportunities, and constant stress. When you schedule your day with intention, every hour has purpose, every action serves a goal, and the mind operates with clarity instead of scattered energy. Intentional scheduling is not about rigid control or eliminating flexibility. It is about creating a framework that guides effort, preserves focus, and ensures meaningful results consistently. The first step in creating an intentional schedule is clarity on priorities. Without knowing what is most important, even the most detailed calendar will fail to produce meaningful outcomes. Identify the tasks and activities that contribute directly to your long-term goals, personal growth, and well-being. Once these are clear, they form the backbone of your daily plan. Each day should include actions that advance progress on these high-value tasks. Minor tasks and routine responsibilities can be slotted around these central activities, ensuring that time is invested where it matters most. This alignment between priorities and schedule creates a structure that supports focus and momentum. Effective scheduling begins with a realistic assessment of available time. Many people overcommit by underestimating the time needed for tasks or ignoring natural energy fluctuations throughout the day. Track your current daily patterns to understand when you are most alert, creative, and productive. Allocate demanding tasks to these high-energy periods to maximize efficiency. Tasks that require less focus can be scheduled during low-energy times. A schedule that aligns with your natural rhythms ensures that high-priority work is performed when it can produce the best results, reducing frustration and wasted effort. Break the day into dedicated blocks of time for specific activities. Time blocking is a method that allocates uninterrupted periods for focused work, minimizing distractions and increasing concentration. Each block should be assigned a clear objective or task, such as writing, planning, problem-solving, or strategic thinking. By defining what will be accomplished in each segment, the mind knows exactly where to focus and can operate without ambiguity. This approach eliminates the inefficiency of switching between unrelated tasks and creates a predictable rhythm that enhances productivity. Scheduling breaks is equally important. Continuous work without rest leads to diminishing returns, fatigue, and reduced quality of output. Include short breaks between focused sessions to allow the mind to recover and maintain sustained attention. Longer breaks for meals or exercise help maintain energy, prevent burnout, and support overall health. Breaks should be intentional and timed rather than reactive, ensuring that rest enhances productivity instead of becoming a distraction. In addition to work-related tasks, an intentional schedule includes time for personal growth and self-care. Exercise, reading, reflection, skill development, and meaningful relationships should be part of the daily plan. These activities replenish energy, foster creativity, and contribute to long-term success. Scheduling them deliberately prevents personal development from being sacrificed for reactive or low-value tasks. Intentional allocation of time ensures that growth is integrated into daily life rather than left to chance. To make scheduling practical, prepare the day in advance. The night before, outline the following day's tasks and allocate time blocks for each priority. This preparation reduces morning decision fatigue and allows the day to start with clarity and purpose. Knowing what will be done and when creates confidence and focus, reducing the likelihood of drifting into unproductive activities. The act of pre-planning also helps anticipate potential obstacles and allocate time for unexpected interruptions. Flexibility is a key component of intentional scheduling. Unexpected events and emergencies will arise, and the schedule should accommodate adjustments without losing focus on priorities. Create buffer periods between tasks or dedicate contingency time for unpredictable demands. The goal is to remain disciplined while allowing responsiveness to necessary changes. Flexibility prevents rigidity from becoming a source of stress and ensures the schedule supports productivity rather than restricting it. Using tools effectively supports the scheduling process. Calendars, planners, digital applications, or simple notebooks can all serve as frameworks for organizing the day. Choose the tools that match your personal style and provide visibility, reminders, and structure. The consistent use of a scheduling system externalizes the plan, reducing mental load and reinforcing accountability. When a schedule is visible and tangible, it is easier to follow and defend against distractions. Intentional scheduling also requires establishing boundaries. Protect the allocated time blocks from interruptions by communicating availability clearly to others. Silence notifications, limit casual conversations during work periods, and create an environment that supports focus. Boundaries safeguard productivity, signal the value of your time, and create a culture of respect for focused work. Over time, these boundaries reinforce the habit of intentional engagement and improve the quality of every scheduled task. Reviewing and adjusting the schedule is essential for continuous improvement. At the end of the day or week, reflect on how effectively the plan was executed. Identify tasks that took longer than expected, periods where attention waned, and opportunities to optimize the sequence or allocation of activities. Intentional scheduling is a dynamic process, requiring consistent evaluation and refinement. Regular review ensures that the schedule evolves to meet changing goals, energy patterns, and responsibilities. Prioritize high-impact activities within the schedule. Tasks that directly contribute to your long-term objectives or produce tangible results should be assigned prime time and treated as non-negotiable. Avoid filling the day with low-value or reactive tasks at the expense of meaningful work. By ensuring that critical tasks receive focused attention, the schedule becomes a tool for progress rather than a mere organizational framework. Every action is aligned with purpose, making the day productive and fulfilling. Intentional scheduling strengthens discipline over time. Following a structured plan builds habits that support focus, efficiency, and consistency. The repetition of planning, executing, reviewing, and adjusting trains the mind to operate with clarity and intention. These habits compound, resulting in sustained productivity, reduced stress, and a greater sense of control over life. Discipline reinforces the value of scheduling, creating a cycle where structure leads to results, which further motivates adherence to intentional planning. Visualizing the outcome of a scheduled day reinforces motivation. Mentally reviewing the tasks and imagining their completion provides clarity, confidence, and a sense of direction. This mental rehearsal prepares the mind for action, reduces hesitation, and strengthens commitment to the schedule. Visualization enhances execution by aligning intention with action, ensuring that each scheduled activity is approached with focus and purpose. Intentional scheduling cultivates accountability. When a plan is written and followed, progress becomes measurable. Completing scheduled tasks provides feedback on performance, while missed tasks highlight areas for improvement. This structure fosters a sense of responsibility and self-discipline, reinforcing the habit of deliberate action. Accountability transforms the schedule from a list of intentions into a practical instrument for tangible results. Scheduling with intentionality also encourages balance. Allocating time for work, personal development, relationships, rest, and leisure ensures that no area of life is neglected. Balance prevents burnout and sustains energy over the long term. By intentionally integrating all essential aspects of life into the daily plan, the schedule becomes a tool not just for productivity, but for holistic well-being. The practice of intentional scheduling transforms the perception of time. Rather than a series of unconnected events, each day becomes an organized sequence of purposeful actions. This clarity reduces stress, increases focus, and enhances satisfaction from accomplishments. The mind operates with direction, energy is applied efficiently, and goals are consistently advanced. Scheduling intentionally turns time into a resource that is managed consciously rather than lost passively. Every scheduled day reinforces the principle of control. Taking the time to plan, allocate, and protect hours demonstrates commitment to personal goals, growth, and discipline. Each intentional decision about time strengthens resilience, focus, and capability. Over weeks and months, this cumulative effort produces significant achievements, a sense of mastery, and a life aligned with intention rather than distraction. Intentional scheduling is a skill that can be developed and refined continuously. It is not about perfection, but about consistent effort, awareness, and adjustment. By applying these principles, the day becomes a canvas for meaningful action, productivity, and growth. With each completed task, clarity, momentum, and confidence increase. The habit of deliberate scheduling empowers individuals to navigate life proactively, make consistent progress, and achieve goals with focus and purpose. Chapter 5. Automate repetitive tasks to save mental and physical energy. Repetition consumes time, energy, and focus without producing proportional results. Daily life is filled with tasks that recur constantly, from paying bills and sending routine emails to scheduling appointments and managing minor household responsibilities. Performing these activities manually every day or week drains mental bandwidth and reduces the capacity to focus on high-impact work. Automating repetitive tasks is not about removing responsibility. It is about creating systems that preserve energy, increase efficiency, and free the mind for creative and strategic thinking. By designing processes that run reliably with minimal intervention, you reclaim hours previously lost to routine effort and redirect them toward meaningful progress. Start by identifying tasks that repeat consistently. Keep a log of activities performed daily, weekly, or monthly. Look for patterns that indicate effort spent on low-value, repetitive work. These are the tasks that, when automated, will produce the largest returns in saved time and reduced cognitive load. Examples include recurring payments, data entry, reporting, email follow-ups, and simple communication templates. Anything performed frequently with minimal variation is a candidate for automation. Recognition of these opportunities is the first step toward creating an efficient, energy-conserving system. Automation begins with technology, but it also involves process design. Use tools, apps, or software to handle routine work efficiently. For instance, automatic bill payments prevent late fees and reduce mental stress about deadlines. Calendar apps and reminders ensure appointments and tasks are managed without constant vigilance. Email templates streamline responses to common inquiries, while task management software organizes recurring responsibilities. By leveraging available technology, routine tasks can be handled consistently and accurately without continuous manual effort. Simplifying repetitive tasks is equally important before automating them. Analyze each activity to determine if any steps can be removed or consolidated. Streamlined processes are easier to automate and less prone to errors. Redundant steps consume unnecessary time and energy and undermine the effectiveness of automation. A well-organized, simplified workflow is the foundation for successful systems, ensuring that automation delivers consistent results with minimal oversight. Delegation complements automation by further reducing personal involvement in routine work. If certain repetitive tasks can be performed by others reliably, assign them while maintaining oversight and accountability. Delegation combined with automation multiplies the efficiency of operations, allowing focus to remain on high-impact actions that directly advance goals. Mental energy is preserved, and time is directed toward strategic activities rather than being spent on repetitive execution. Establishing routines also aids in reducing decision fatigue. Many repetitive tasks require mental energy each time they are performed if approached without structure. By systematizing when and how these activities occur, decisions are minimized, conserving cognitive resources. For example, setting specific times for checking email or social media and using filters to organize incoming messages reduces constant interruptions. Mental clarity improves, focus deepens, and attention is reserved for activities that truly require conscious effort. Automation extends beyond professional tasks to personal life as well. Meal planning, exercise schedules, household chores, and financial management can all be organized into automated systems. Grocery delivery services, recurring fitness routines, and pre-scheduled cleaning or maintenance tasks reduce friction in daily life. The time saved accumulates, providing additional space for creative endeavors, skill development, or restorative activities. Life becomes smoother, and energy is applied where it produces meaningful results. Monitoring automated systems is essential to ensure they function correctly. Automation does not mean complete detachment. Periodic review guarantees accuracy, efficiency, and alignment with changing needs. Adjustments may be necessary as circumstances evolve, technology updates, or processes change. Oversight maintains reliability and prevents small errors from becoming significant problems. Effective automation is a combination of consistent systems and thoughtful evaluation. Automation also encourages strategic thinking. When routine work is handled efficiently, more mental capacity is available to plan, innovate, and make high-level decisions. The mind is freed from repetitive effort, allowing focus on tasks that create long-term value. This shift enhances productivity, improves problem-solving ability, and increases the likelihood of achieving meaningful outcomes. Freeing the mind from repetition is a form of leverage that amplifies results beyond the immediate time saved. Consistency in automation is critical. Systems must be applied reliably to produce tangible benefits. Sporadic use or partial implementation reduces effectiveness and may create additional work rather than alleviating it. Developing habits around automation ensures that routine tasks are consistently handled with minimal intervention. Over time, this consistency compounds, producing hours of regained time, reduced stress, and enhanced ability to focus on priorities. Automation also reduces stress by creating predictability. Knowing that routine tasks are managed removes mental clutter and allows for a clear focus on high-priority activities. Anxiety about forgotten responsibilities, missed deadlines, or repeated effort diminishes. Life becomes more structured and manageable, creating mental space for creativity, growth, and thoughtful decision-making. The psychological benefit of automation is as significant as the practical time saved. Start small to avoid becoming overwhelmed. Begin with 1 or 2 repetitive tasks that consume noticeable time each week. Implement simple systems or tools to manage them and observe the time and energy saved. Gradually expand automation to additional tasks, refining systems as you go. Small incremental changes compound into substantial improvements over weeks and months, providing momentum and reinforcing the habit of systematizing repetitive work. Automation encourages focus on high-value tasks that cannot be delegated or mechanized. Activities such as strategic planning, creative work, relationship building, and skill development require personal attention and deliberate effort. By removing the burden of repetition, the mind is free to invest fully in these areas. Productivity becomes intentional, concentrated, and aligned with meaningful goals. Every hour previously lost to routine work is converted into a resource for growth and impact. Automation also fosters independence and reliability. By creating systems that function consistently without constant intervention, dependency on memory or manual effort is minimized. This reduces errors, improves accountability, and ensures that important processes are maintained even during periods of high workload or distraction. Systems support sustainable performance and prevent wasted energy caused by forgetfulness or inefficiency. Automation is not a one-time effort. It requires continuous evaluation and adaptation. As tasks evolve, technology advances, or personal goals shift, Automated systems must be updated to remain effective. Regular review ensures that the automation continues to save time, reduce effort, and maintain alignment with priorities. Iterative improvement strengthens efficiency and reinforces the habit of intentional task management. The benefits of automating repetitive tasks extend beyond time savings. Mental energy is preserved for focused work, decision-making, and creative problem-solving. Physical energy is conserved by reducing unnecessary manual effort. Stress levels decrease as routine tasks are reliably managed. The cumulative effect of automation creates a life that is organized, intentional, and aligned with meaningful outcomes. Energy and attention are concentrated where they matter most. Automation also builds momentum. When repetitive tasks are removed from the mental load, the satisfaction of completing high-priority work grows, progress accelerates, confidence increases, and motivation strengthens. The habit of creating efficient systems becomes self-reinforcing, producing a cycle of enhanced productivity, focus, and accomplishment. Each small automation compounds over time, leading to dramatic improvements in overall effectiveness. Ultimately, automating repetitive tasks is a form of leverage. It allows you to accomplish more with the same effort, freeing time and energy for activities that truly advance your goals. Life becomes more organized, intentional, and productive. Every task handled by a system contributes to a larger sense of control, efficiency, and accomplishment. By reducing repetition, energy is preserved, focus is sharpened, and the path to personal growth and success becomes clearer. Chapter 6. Delegate responsibilities to free up your valuable time. Delegating responsibilities is one of the most effective ways to reclaim time and focus on the work that truly matters. Many people carry the weight of every task themselves, believing that doing everything personally guarantees quality or control. This mindset, however, is counterproductive because it limits capacity, exhausts energy, and prevents strategic growth. Understanding that others can handle certain tasks, often as well or better, is key to maximizing efficiency and creating space for high-impact activities. Delegation is not about relinquishing responsibility entirely, but about strategically allocating work so that time, energy, and attention are focused where they produce the greatest value. Start by identifying tasks that can be delegated without compromising quality or outcomes. Routine responsibilities, administrative work, data entry, research, and other time-consuming yet non-strategic activities are prime candidates. These tasks are essential to operations, but do not require your unique skills or decision-making. By recognizing which activities fall into this category, you can free significant blocks of time and mental energy for higher priority objectives that align with your personal and professional goals. Effective delegation begins with clarity. Clearly define the task, expected outcomes, deadlines, and any specific instructions. Ambiguity creates confusion, increases the likelihood of errors, and can result in the task being redone, defeating the purpose of delegation. A concise explanation ensures that the person performing the task understands the objective, scope, and standards. Clarity prevents miscommunication and sets the foundation for accountability and successful execution. Choose the right person for each responsibility. Assess skills, experience, and reliability when assigning work. Delegation is most successful when responsibilities are matched to the strengths of the individual. This not only improves the quality of the outcome, but also empowers others by providing opportunities for growth and development. Effective delegation is a strategic choice that leverages talent while building trust and confidence in team members. Provide the necessary resources and support for successful completion. Even when a task is delegated, the person carrying it out may need guidance, access to tools, or reference materials. Anticipating potential obstacles and offering resources up front ensures smoother execution and reduces delays. Supporting delegated work without micromanaging allows autonomy while maintaining accountability. Establish checkpoints and feedback mechanisms. While delegation should not involve constant oversight, periodic updates and progress reviews are essential. Schedule brief meetings or request status reports to monitor progress, address questions, and provide feedback. These checkpoints prevent minor issues from becoming larger problems and ensure that the task remains aligned with your expectations. Effective monitoring balances trust with accountability. Delegation is also about letting go of perfectionism. Many people hesitate to delegate because they fear the work will not meet their standards. This mindset limits capacity and prevents growth, both for the delegator and the team. Focus on the desired outcome rather than insisting on controlling every step of the process. Providing guidance, clarifying expectations, and offering constructive feedback creates an environment where delegated work can succeed while allowing you to maintain focus on strategic priorities. Time saved through delegation allows for higher-level thinking and personal development. Freed from routine or low-value work, you can dedicate energy to planning, innovation, skill building, and activities that create lasting impact. Delegation transforms time from a finite resource spent on repetitive effort into a tool for growth and progress. It enables focus on the work that defines your trajectory rather than maintaining operations alone. Delegating responsibilities also strengthens collaboration and team dynamics. Trusting others with tasks demonstrates confidence in their abilities and fosters a sense of ownership. When individuals are empowered to contribute meaningfully, engagement, motivation, and accountability increase. A culture of delegation enhances productivity collectively while ensuring that your personal time is preserved for critical work. Anticipate potential challenges in the delegation process. Resistance from those receiving responsibilities or a lack of confidence in their abilities can arise. Address these challenges by providing clear instructions, maintaining open communication, and offering support when necessary. Encouragement and constructive feedback build competence and confidence, ensuring that delegation is effective and sustainable over time. Delegation is an iterative skill. Start with smaller, less critical tasks and gradually assign more complex responsibilities as confidence grows. Evaluate outcomes, refine instructions, and adjust approaches based on feedback and performance. This process develops both your ability to delegate effectively and the capability of those you delegate to, creating a self-reinforcing system that increases efficiency and productivity. Avoid the trap of over-delegating critical decisions. Delegation is not abdication of accountability. Strategic tasks that require your unique judgment, vision, or expertise should remain under your direct control. The key is discernment, knowing which responsibilities can be transferred without compromising results and which require personal attention. Prioritizing high-impact work while delegating non-critical tasks ensures that your focus is applied where it matters most. Communication is central to successful delegation. Explain the importance of the task in context of broader goals. Understanding why a task matters enhances engagement and motivation. When individuals see how their work contributes to larger objectives, performance improves and the quality of outcomes rises. Effective communication transforms delegation from mere task transfer into an opportunity for alignment and purpose. Delegation also requires letting go of ego. Accept that others can handle tasks efficiently without constant supervision. Trust is essential, and accepting that results may not be identical to your approach is part of effective leadership. The benefits of freed time and mental energy far outweigh minor differences in execution style. Developing this mindset enhances both productivity and interpersonal dynamics. Technology can complement delegation. Tools for project management, communication, and workflow tracking simplify the delegation process. Shared platforms allow visibility, task assignment, and progress monitoring without constant personal involvement. Combining delegation with technological support enhances efficiency, reduces errors, and ensures consistent results. Technology extends your capacity to manage work beyond what one person could handle alone. Review outcomes regularly to improve the delegation process. Reflect on what worked well, where instructions could be clearer, and how responsibilities were handled. Learning from each instance strengthens future delegation, increases efficiency, and builds trust within teams. Continuous improvement ensures that delegation evolves into a seamless, highly effective practice. Delegation also cultivates leadership. Empowering others to handle responsibilities develops their skills, confidence, and accountability. As others grow, the collective capacity of your environment increases, enabling larger goals to be achieved. Your time is preserved, and productivity expands exponentially through the abilities of those you delegate to. Delegation becomes a multiplier of effort and impact, rather than a mere distribution of work. The cumulative effect of effective delegation is profound. Time is reclaimed, mental energy is preserved, and focus shifts toward tasks that define progress. Stress diminishes as responsibility is shared and organized. Productivity increases because energy is concentrated on high-value work rather than dispersed across routine or low-impact tasks. Delegation transforms the daily experience from reactive busyness to intentional accomplishment. Ultimately, mastering delegation is a commitment to efficiency, strategic focus, and personal growth. It requires awareness, trust, clear communication, and consistent practice. By consciously identifying tasks to delegate, selecting the right people, providing guidance, and monitoring progress, you create a system that maximizes output while preserving your most valuable resources. Delegation is not just a technique, it is a principle that allows for sustainable achievement, meaningful progress, and the ability to focus on what truly drives life forward. Chapter 7. Track your hours to understand time usage patterns. Tracking your hours is one of the most powerful ways to gain clarity over how your time is spent and where improvements can be made. Most people operate under assumptions about their daily routines, believing they are efficient or productive, when in reality significant portions of the day are lost to low-value activities. By recording and analyzing how every hour is used, patterns emerge that reveal both strengths and inefficiencies. Understanding these patterns provides the foundation for intentional time management, allowing conscious decisions about where to focus energy and where to eliminate waste. Begin by committing to observe your day without judgment. Choose a tracking method that works for you, whether it is a notebook, spreadsheet, or a time-tracking application. Record every activity you engage in, from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep. Include work tasks, commuting, meals, personal activities, social interactions, and downtime. The goal is to create a complete picture of how time flows through your day. This exercise may initially feel tedious, but the insights gained are transformative, revealing hidden drains on attention and energy. Be specific in your tracking. Instead of writing vague categories like work or internet, break activities into precise actions. For instance, note responding to emails, attending a meeting, or scrolling social media. Granularity allows you to see exactly where energy and attention are being consumed. Broad categories can obscure patterns and prevent meaningful analysis. By being detailed, you gain accurate insights that lead to actionable decisions about time allocation. Track for a minimum of 1 week to capture variations and trends. Single days often do not reflect habitual patterns. A full week includes workdays, weekends, and periods of both high and low energy. Tracking across multiple days highlights recurring time drains, peak productivity periods, and natural rhythms. This information forms the basis for optimizing schedules, prioritizing tasks, and identifying opportunities to reclaim lost time. After gathering data, analyze it critically. Identify tasks that consume more time than they should or provide limited value. Look for moments when attention drifts, tasks are repeated unnecessarily, or energy is wasted on distractions. Compare the time spent on essential work versus low-impact activities. This analysis uncovers the disconnect between intention and reality, providing a clear map of where changes are required. Awareness alone is often enough to spark meaningful adjustments. Patterns in time usage reveal natural energy cycles. Notice when focus is sharpest and when fatigue sets in. Aligning demanding tasks with high-energy periods enhances efficiency, while scheduling routine or administrative work during low-energy times conserves mental resources. Understanding these cycles allows you to work with your biology rather than against it, improving both productivity and overall well-being. Tracking also exposes hidden distractions. Micro breaks, repeated device checking, and unplanned interruptions accumulate unnoticed, creating significant time loss. Quantifying these moments helps understand how they affect workflow and mental energy. Once identified, strategies can be implemented to reduce their impact, such as setting boundaries, using focus blocks, or scheduling time for non-essential activities intentionally. The practice of tracking hours cultivates accountability. Seeing the day mapped out provides objective feedback on performance, discipline, and focus. It highlights when intentions are not aligned with actions and reveals areas for self-improvement. Accountability drives conscious effort, reinforcing the habit of intentional time use and reducing reliance on memory or assumptions about productivity. Recording time also helps quantify the benefits of productivity strategies. When new techniques such as time blocking, batching tasks, or automation are implemented, tracking provides measurable evidence of their impact. This feedback loop allows refinement of methods, ensuring that improvements are both effective and sustainable. Without tracking, changes may feel effective subjectively but lack objective validation. Time tracking encourages decision-making with precision. Knowing exactly where hours are allocated allows you to consciously choose how to spend remaining time. Decisions about which tasks to prioritize, which to delegate, and which to eliminate are informed by actual data rather than vague impressions. This transforms time management from guesswork into a structured, strategic approach. Analysis of tracked hours also highlights opportunities for growth and development. By identifying periods of unproductive downtime, these moments can be repurposed for learning, skill development, or restorative activities. Idle time is not wasted if it is recognized and intentionally utilized. Tracking allows you to maximize every hour, transforming previously lost moments into meaningful contributions toward personal or professional goals. Time patterns also reveal imbalances between different areas of life. Overinvestment in work, neglect of personal health, or limited time for relationships can be clearly identified. Tracking makes visible what is often ignored, prompting deliberate reallocation to ensure balance and sustainability. Without this awareness, routines drift, and important areas of life may be sacrificed unconsciously. Consistency in tracking is essential for accuracy. Sporadic or incomplete records provide a distorted view of daily routines and hinder meaningful insights. Establish a habit of recording activities immediately as they occur or at set intervals to ensure reliability. Over time, this discipline strengthens awareness, promotes mindfulness, and reinforces intentional use of time across all areas of life. Time tracking fosters reflection and self-awareness. Observing how energy, focus, and productivity fluctuate during the day encourages examination of habits and behaviors. Questions arise such as why certain tasks take longer than expected, why distractions recur, or why energy dips at specific moments. This reflective process cultivates deeper understanding of personal tendencies and supports the development of effective strategies for improvement. Tracking also informs goal setting. When daily routines and energy expenditures are understood, goals can be aligned with realistic time availability. Scheduling, prioritization, and task allocation become data-driven decisions rather than abstract intentions. This alignment between goals and actual time capacity ensures achievable objectives, reduces frustration, and increases likelihood of success. Visualization of tracked data enhances insight. Creating charts, graphs, or summaries provides a clear representation of time usage patterns. Visual feedback allows quick identification of inefficiencies, trends, and opportunities for optimization. Seeing the distribution of hours mapped out concretely reinforces the importance of deliberate planning and makes inefficiencies tangible rather than abstract. Tracking supports proactive planning. Awareness of habitual time drains and energy cycles enables you to structure days, weeks, and months more effectively. High-priority tasks can be scheduled when attention is optimal, routine activities can be consolidated, and periods of rest or personal growth can be protected. This proactive approach transforms time from a passive resource into an actively managed asset. The cumulative effect of tracking hours is empowerment. Knowledge of where time goes provides control over how it is spent. Decisions become intentional, productivity improves, and wasted effort decreases. The mind is freed from constant uncertainty about priorities, and energy is focused on meaningful tasks. This clarity builds confidence, reduces stress, and creates a foundation for continuous improvement in both personal and professional life. Tracking hours is not merely a method for measuring productivity, it is a tool for self-mastery. It fosters discipline, awareness, and accountability while revealing opportunities for growth, efficiency, and balance. Each hour observed, analyzed, and optimized contributes to greater control over life, enhanced focus, and consistent progress toward meaningful goals. By committing to this practice, time transforms from an uncontrollable force into a resource intentionally directed toward personal success and fulfillment. Chapter 8. Set clear boundaries to protect your personal time. Setting clear boundaries is essential for protecting personal time and maintaining focus, energy, and well-being. Many people struggle because they allow interruptions, requests, and obligations to encroach on their schedules without question. Without explicit limits, time becomes fragmented, stress increases, and priorities are compromised. Boundaries are not about exclusion or rigidity. They are about defining what is acceptable, protecting energy, and creating space to focus on meaningful work and personal growth. By establishing and enforcing boundaries, you gain control over your time, reduce distractions, and ensure that attention is applied to tasks that truly matter. Start by identifying what aspects of your time are most vulnerable. Look for recurring interruptions, obligations that drain energy, and activities that do not contribute to long-term goals. Recognize the people, habits, or environmental factors that consistently infringe on your focus. Awareness of these time drains is the first step toward setting effective boundaries. Once identified, boundaries can be implemented with purpose and clarity. Define limits with precision. Boundaries must be specific to be effective. Instead of a general statement such as, "I need more time," set actionable rules like no phone calls during focused work hours or do not respond to emails between 6 p.m. and 8 a.m. Clear limits prevent ambiguity and make it easier for others to respect your time. Precision also reduces internal conflict by providing clear guidelines for when and how to enforce boundaries. Communicate boundaries assertively. Inform colleagues, friends, and family about your availability and limits in a respectful but firm manner. Explain the rationale for your boundaries so that they understand the importance of uninterrupted time. Effective communication reduces misunderstandings and sets expectations for how interactions will occur. Assertive communication demonstrates commitment to personal priorities and reinforces the value of your time. Consistency is key in maintaining boundaries. Setting a limit once without enforcing it weakens authority and invites repeated interruptions. Boundaries must be consistently applied until they become recognized norms. Over time, people learn to respect your limits because they see that they are non-negotiable. This consistency reinforces self-discipline and protects the integrity of your schedule. Boundaries are also about saying no. Many people compromise personal time because they accept every request, opportunity, or favor. Saying no is not selfish. It is a necessary practice for managing energy and focus. Evaluate each request against your priorities and goals. If a task or commitment does not align with what is most important, decline politely but firmly. Protecting time through selective refusal allows for deeper focus on high-value activities. Technology often tests boundaries, and managing digital interruptions is critical. Notifications, emails, social media, and messaging apps demand constant attention if unchecked. Set boundaries around digital use by turning off non-essential notifications, scheduling times to check messages, and using focus modes when working on critical tasks. Digital discipline creates mental clarity, reduces stress, and preserves time for intentional work. Physical and environmental boundaries also support personal time. Create spaces dedicated to work, reflection, or personal activities where interruptions are minimized. This could involve designating a home office, closing doors during focus periods, or wearing visual indicators that signal unavailability. Environmental boundaries reinforce mental boundaries and signal to others that your time is protected. Boundaries extend to relationships as well. Communicate limits to friends, family, and colleagues regarding availability for social interactions, favors, or meetings. Explain the importance of uninterrupted personal or work time without guilt or apology. Healthy boundaries in relationships cultivate respect and support rather than resentment, ensuring that your energy is not depleted by external demands. Monitoring and adjusting boundaries is necessary for long-term effectiveness. Situations, priorities, and energy levels evolve, requiring flexibility and refinement. Periodically assess whether existing boundaries continue to serve their purpose and make adjustments as needed. Adaptation ensures that boundaries remain relevant, effective, and aligned with current goals and responsibilities. Boundaries also enhance productivity by reducing mental clutter. Interruptions fragment attention, create stress, and lengthen the time required to complete tasks. By protecting focus periods, boundaries enable sustained concentration, deeper thinking, and higher quality output. Each enforced boundary reinforces the ability to engage fully with important work, improving both efficiency and results. Boundaries contribute to personal well-being. Protecting time allows for rest, self-care, reflection, and activities that replenish energy. Neglecting these areas leads to burnout, reduced motivation, and diminished performance. Intentional time allocation ensures balance between productivity and personal needs, sustaining long-term effectiveness and mental health. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness and discipline. Recognize triggers that tempt you to compromise limits, such as guilt, obligation, or fear of conflict. Build internal strength to enforce boundaries even in the face of pressure. The more disciplined you are, the more consistent and effective your boundaries become, resulting in enhanced control over time and life. Boundaries empower decision-making. When limits are clearly established, choices about how to spend time become easier and less stressful. Each decision is filtered through the framework of personal priorities and values. This intentional approach reduces wasted time, improves focus, and ensures that effort is applied to what truly matters. Boundaries also foster respect from others. People recognize and respond to consistency, clarity, and assertiveness. When you protect your time, others understand that it is valuable and non-negotiable. Respect for boundaries encourages cooperation, reduces friction, and creates a supportive environment for achieving personal and professional goals. Enforcing boundaries strengthens self-confidence. The act of prioritizing personal time and standing firm against interruptions demonstrates self-respect and commitment to goals. Each successful enforcement reinforces belief in your ability to manage time and assert needs without compromising relationships or responsibilities. This confidence compounds, making it easier to maintain boundaries in increasingly complex circumstances. Boundaries create space for intentional growth. By protecting time from unnecessary intrusions, you can invest in activities that develop skills, expand knowledge, and build meaningful relationships. Consistent enforcement ensures that progress is uninterrupted and energy is applied strategically. This proactive use of time accelerates personal and professional development. Boundaries also help manage stress. Knowing that time is protected reduces anxiety about tasks, obligations, and interruptions. Controlled schedules create predictability, which fosters mental calm and focus. Stress reduction enhances overall performance and sustains motivation over the long term. Setting boundaries is a proactive strategy for mastering time. It transforms reactive living into intentional action, preserving hours for high-priority activities while minimizing wasted energy. By identifying vulnerable areas, defining clear limits, communicating assertively, enforcing consistently, and adjusting as needed, personal time becomes a protected resource. Boundaries cultivate focus, productivity, well-being, and growth. Over time, they become a natural and integral part of daily life, ensuring that attention and energy are applied where they create the greatest value. Chapter 9. Focus on one task at a time for results. Focusing on one task at a time is a principle that transforms productivity, energy, and results. Multitasking is often celebrated, but in reality, it fragments attention, reduces efficiency, and diminishes the quality of work. Every time the mind switches between tasks, cognitive energy is lost in the transition, slowing progress and increasing mistakes. Concentrated effort on a single task allows deeper engagement, faster completion, and more meaningful outcomes. By committing fully to one activity at a time, work becomes intentional, deliberate, and aligned with objectives, maximizing the return on effort. Start by identifying the task that holds the highest priority or the greatest impact. This is the activity that moves goals forward, contributes substantially to progress, or demands concentrated attention for optimal results. Place it at the forefront of your focus and allocate a dedicated period to complete it without interruptions. Prioritization ensures that attention is applied where it produces the most value rather than scattered across low-impact activities. Eliminate distractions before starting. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary applications, and create a physical or mental environment that supports sustained attention. Even small interruptions, like a text message or a notification sound, break concentration and increase the time needed to return to a productive state. A controlled environment allows the mind to enter a flow state, optimizing efficiency and clarity. Set clear time boundaries for the task. Allocate specific blocks of time solely for the activity at hand. This practice prevents procrastination, encourages discipline, and structures focus periods. Knowing that time is intentionally dedicated to one task reduces mental friction and enhances commitment to seeing it through to completion. Break the task into smaller, actionable steps. Large tasks can feel overwhelming and create mental resistance. Dividing work into manageable portions allows consistent progress, builds momentum, and maintains focus. Completing each step provides measurable achievement and reinforces the habit of concentrated effort. Step-by-step engagement ensures that attention is maintained, energy is used effectively, and results are tangible. Use techniques to maintain single-task focus. Methods such as the Pomodoro technique, time blocking, or setting interim goals can structure attention and prevent drift. Short, timed intervals of concentrated work, followed by brief breaks, sustain mental energy and reduce fatigue. These structured approaches encourage continuous engagement without overwhelming the mind, fostering productivity over extended periods. Avoid attempting to perfect each moment while working. Perfectionism often disrupts focus, leading to frequent stops, revisions, and mental distraction. Accept that progress and completion are more valuable than endless refinement in the initial stages. Focusing fully on moving the task forward rather than over-analyzing every step enhances efficiency and produces measurable results faster. Awareness of mental state is essential. Concentration can waver due to fatigue, hunger, or stress. Recognize these signals and address them to maintain productive focus. Short pauses, hydration or light movement can restore attention and prevent reduced efficiency. Self-monitoring ensures that focus remains intentional and sustainable throughout the task. Single task focus builds mastery. When attention is fully applied to one activity, learning deepens, skills improve, and understanding expands. Multitasking fragments practice and slows skill development, while concentrated effort accelerates growth. By committing to one task at a time, expertise is built faster and results are more refined, consistent, and impactful. Track progress visually. Seeing measurable advancement reinforces motivation and maintains engagement. Mark completed steps, track milestones, or note incremental achievements to provide tangible evidence of forward movement. Visual progress encourages sustained attention and reinforces the habit of working with intention and clarity. Avoid mentally planning multiple tasks simultaneously. Juggling future responsibilities while working on a current task reduces focus and increases mental clutter. Capture future tasks in a planner or digital list instead of holding them in memory. This practice clears cognitive space, allowing the mind to invest fully in the current activity without distraction. Focusing on one task strengthens discipline. The ability to resist the temptation to shift attention or check unrelated matters enhances self-control. Each session of concentrated effort reinforces mental resilience, creating a habit of sustained engagement. Over time, single-task focus becomes instinctive, improving overall efficiency and reducing time lost to scattered attention. Delegation and prioritization complement single-task focus. When responsibilities are appropriately allocated and low-value tasks are removed from your schedule, energy is preserved for high-impact activities. Ensuring that only essential work occupies your time prevents fragmentation and supports complete engagement with one task at a time. Strategic planning enhances the effectiveness of focused work. Single tasking improves decision-making. When attention is concentrated, cognitive resources are fully available to analyze, problem-solve, and generate creative solutions. Multitasking reduces mental bandwidth, leading to superficial or rushed decisions. Focused work provides clarity, enhances judgment, and produces outcomes of higher quality and precision. Maintain accountability for completion. Track time spent, record milestones, and measure results to ensure that focus translates into tangible output. Accountability reinforces the commitment to single-task engagement and provides feedback for continual improvement. Clear measurement strengthens discipline and confirms the effectiveness of focused effort. Focusing on one task reduces stress. Multitasking often creates the illusion of busyness while leaving multiple tasks incomplete, generating anxiety and frustration. Single-tasking provides closure, measurable progress, and a sense of control over work. Reducing scattered attention promotes calm, confidence, and a clear sense of accomplishment.
Build routines that support single-task focus. Schedule regular blocks of uninterrupted work, protect peak energy periods, and integrate focus sessions consistently into the day. Structured habits reduce reliance on willpower alone and make sustained concentration a natural part of daily practice. Routine reinforces discipline, efficiency, and predictable productivity.
Reflect on performance at the end of focused work sessions. Evaluate efficiency, obstacles encountered, and lessons learned to enhance future sessions. Reflection strengthens awareness of productivity patterns, highlights areas for improvement, and supports continual refinement of single-task practices. Awareness ensures that focus translates into increasingly effective results. Use focus to tackle high-impact work first. Prioritize tasks that advance critical goals, create measurable outcomes, or contribute substantially to long-term success. Applying concentrated effort to these areas ensures that energy is directed where it generates the most meaningful return. This alignment between focus and impact maximizes both productivity and personal satisfaction. Concentrated attention also enhances creativity. When the mind is not fragmented across multiple tasks, deeper thought, insight and problem-solving emerge naturally. Single-task focus creates space for innovative ideas and thoughtful solutions that are unlikely to arise under constant distraction. Dedication to one task at a time strengthens both quality and originality of work. Ultimately, focusing on one task at a time is a practice of intentionality, discipline, and effectiveness. It transforms the way energy is applied, reduces wasted effort, and ensures that progress is measurable, meaningful, and consistent. Each completed task reinforces the habit, builds confidence, and creates momentum for continued achievement. Concentrated focus turns time into a powerful tool for personal and professional growth, producing results that multitasking can never achieve. Chapter 10. Plan the week ahead for greater control. Planning the week ahead is a transformative practice that provides clarity, direction, and control over time. Without a structured plan, days can drift, priorities get lost, and energy is consumed by reactive decisions rather than intentional action. Taking the time to organize the week in advance allows for proactive management of responsibilities, ensures high-priority tasks are addressed, and creates a framework for achieving goals efficiently. Planning ahead is not about rigid schedules, but about designing a structure that supports focus, productivity, and meaningful progress. Begin by reviewing overall goals and objectives. Understanding what needs to be achieved provides a foundation for weekly planning. Identify both professional and personal priorities and list tasks that contribute directly to progress in these areas. Aligning weekly tasks with larger goals ensures that daily efforts are purposeful and that energy is applied where it produces the most significant impact. Assess the previous week to identify successes, inefficiencies, and patterns. Reflecting on what worked and what did not helps adjust priorities, refine strategies, and prevent repeating mistakes. This review provides insight into energy patterns, recurring distractions, and time drains, which informs better planning. Learning from past experiences strengthens the effectiveness of the upcoming week. Create a list of all tasks and commitments for the week. Include meetings, deadlines, personal obligations, and routine activities. Having a complete overview prevents overlooked responsibilities and provides a clear picture of time availability. Comprehensive visibility allows realistic scheduling, prioritization, and strategic allocation of effort. Prioritize tasks based on impact and urgency. Not all tasks are equally important. Identify high-value activities that advance goals, generate results, or require focused attention. Schedule these tasks first, during periods when energy and concentration are at their peak. Lesser tasks can be allocated to lower energy periods or delegated when possible. Prioritization ensures that the most critical work is consistently addressed. Break larger projects into smaller steps for the week. Tackling complex initiatives in manageable portions reduces overwhelm, improves focus, and creates measurable progress. Assign specific components to specific days, ensuring steady advancement without compromising quality or attention. Incremental progress over the week accumulates into meaningful achievement and prevents last-minute stress. Allocate dedicated time blocks for focused work. Structured periods for uninterrupted activity enhance productivity, reduce distractions, and promote deep engagement. Assign specific tasks to each block and commit to completing them without deviation. Focused time blocks create rhythm and predictability, enabling sustained progress throughout the week. Include buffer time to accommodate unexpected events or delays. Life is unpredictable, and unplanned interruptions are inevitable. Intentionally reserving extra time prevents schedule disruption, reduces stress, and maintains control over priorities. Buffer periods ensure that the plan remains realistic and flexible while preserving overall productivity. Integrate rest and personal time into the weekly plan. Overloading the schedule with continuous work reduces energy, creativity, and resilience. Protect time for relaxation, physical activity, reflection, and social connection. Balancing work and personal needs sustains motivation, enhances well-being, and ensures that effort applied to tasks is effective and focused. Review commitments with a discerning eye. Evaluate whether each meeting, event, or obligation contributes meaningfully to goals. Eliminate, reschedule, or delegate tasks that do not provide value. Removing low-impact activities frees time and mental space for priorities that truly advance objectives. Critical evaluation ensures that the weekly plan supports growth rather than simply maintaining busyness. Use tools and systems to visualize the week. Calendars, planners, digital apps, or scheduling boards provide a clear view of how time is allocated. Visualization helps identify overlaps, prevent overcommitment, and create a balanced distribution of tasks. Seeing the week mapped out concretely reinforces control and reduces mental clutter. Plan for energy cycles. Align demanding tasks with periods of peak focus and schedule routine or administrative work during lower energy times. Respecting natural energy fluctuations improves efficiency, reduces fatigue, and enhances the quality of output. Weekly planning that considers energy management supports sustainable productivity. Communicate the plan when necessary. Inform colleagues, family, or team members of availability, deadlines, or focused work periods. Clear communication prevents interruptions, sets expectations, and creates accountability. Ensuring that others understand your planned schedule reinforces boundaries and protects time. Review daily at the start of each day. While the weekly plan provides overall structure, daily review ensures clarity about immediate priorities and allows adjustments for unforeseen changes. This practice maintains alignment between weekly objectives and daily action, keeping progress consistent and intentional. Incorporate learning and improvement activities. Allocate time for skill development, reflection, or personal growth within the weekly plan. Regular investment in learning increases long-term efficiency, capability, and confidence. Intentionally integrating growth activities ensures that time is used not just for immediate tasks but for cumulative development. Anticipate potential challenges and plan contingencies. Consider obstacles, deadlines, or dependencies that could affect progress. Creating solutions or alternate approaches in advance reduces stress and maintains momentum even when disruptions occur. Proactive problem-solving enhances resilience and control over the week. Track progress throughout the week. Monitor completion of tasks, adherence to the schedule, and effectiveness of time allocation. Observing progress provides accountability, reinforces focus, and identifies areas needing adjustment. Consistent tracking ensures that the weekly plan translates into measurable achievement. Adjust and refine the plan as the week unfolds. Flexibility is essential to respond to changing priorities, new tasks, or unexpected delays. Adaptation allows continued focus on high-impact activities while maintaining control over time. A dynamic approach balances structure with responsiveness, ensuring sustained productivity. Celebrate accomplishments at the end of the week. Recognizing completed tasks, progress made, and challenges overcome reinforces motivation, strengthens habits, and provides perspective on growth. Reflection on achievements highlights what works and encourages continued commitment to intentional time management. Planning the week ahead is an exercise in control, foresight, and purposeful action. It transforms time from a reactive force into a resource that is managed intentionally. By reviewing goals, assessing past performance, prioritizing tasks, allocating time effectively, and incorporating flexibility, focus, and personal growth, the week becomes a structured path toward meaningful achievement. Regular weekly planning cultivates discipline, efficiency, and clarity, creating a foundation for consistent progress and the ability to navigate time with confidence and purpose. Chapter 11. Wake up earlier to gain uninterrupted morning hours. Waking up earlier is a powerful practice that can transform productivity, focus, and personal growth by providing uninterrupted morning hours. The early hours of the day are often the quietest, free from distractions, obligations, and external demands. By rising before the majority of people, the mind gains clarity, energy, and space to engage in meaningful work or reflection. This uninterrupted time allows for deliberate action, focused effort, and the opportunity to start the day with intention rather than reaction. Establishing an earlier wake-up routine provides control over the first hours of the day, setting a tone of discipline, purpose, and momentum that carries throughout the day. Begin by defining the purpose of waking up earlier. Identify the specific activities that will occupy this time, whether it is focused work, exercise, meditation, reading, planning, or creative projects. Understanding why these hours are valuable increases commitment and reinforces the motivation to adjust sleep and morning habits. When early mornings are linked to meaningful objectives, they become more than a simple schedule change. They become a strategic tool for growth. Gradually adjust sleep patterns to support an earlier wake-up. Sudden changes can be difficult and unsustainable. Shift bedtime earlier in small increments, typically 15 to 30 minutes at a time, until the desired wake-up time is achieved. Consistency in both sleep and wake times regulates the body's internal clock, ensuring sufficient rest while maximizing morning hours. Adequate sleep is crucial for mental clarity, emotional stability, and sustained energy throughout the day. Prepare the night before to make early mornings effective. Organize tasks, set goals, and lay out materials or tools needed for morning activities. Preparing in advance reduces friction, prevents wasted time, and allows the early hours to be spent fully engaged rather than searching for resources or making decisions. A well-prepared start reinforces discipline and ensures that focus is applied immediately. Create a consistent morning routine. Rituals provide structure, reduce decision fatigue, and establish momentum at the start of the day. Include high-impact activities such as exercise, planning, skill development, or deep work in a sequence that energizes both mind and body. A routine that is practiced consistently becomes automatic, reinforcing the habit of early rising and maximizing productivity during these hours. Eliminate distractions during morning hours. Avoid checking emails, social media, or messages that do not contribute to morning objectives. External interruptions fragment attention and dilute the benefits of focused early work. Intentionally protecting this time allows for deep concentration and the accomplishment of tasks that require mental clarity and uninterrupted effort. Use early hours for high-value work. The morning is ideal for tasks that demand creativity, strategic thinking, problem-solving, or planning. Cognitive function is often sharpest during this time, making it the most productive period of the day. Allocating critical work to early hours ensures that energy is applied efficiently and that outcomes are meaningful rather than rushed or superficial. Incorporate exercise and physical activity to enhance energy and focus. Movement in the morning stimulates the body, improves circulation, and releases endorphins that increase alertness. Even brief periods of activity prepare the mind for sustained concentration, reduce fatigue, and support overall health. Physical preparedness enhances mental performance, making early morning hours highly productive. Practice mindfulness or reflection. Use this time for meditation, journaling, or thoughtful planning. Reflection cultivates awareness, clarifies priorities, and reduces mental clutter before the day becomes consumed by external demands. Starting the day with deliberate thought strengthens discipline, emotional regulation, and decision-making. Morning reflection creates a foundation for intentional action and purposeful engagement. Plan tasks in alignment with energy levels. Identify the most demanding or complex activities and schedule them during the first hours of wakefulness. Routine, administrative, or lower-impact tasks can be addressed later. Leveraging natural energy cycles optimizes performance and ensures that early hours are used for high-value work rather than mundane activity. Set up environmental cues to support early waking. Exposure to natural light, A designated workspace or a quiet setting signals the brain that it is time to engage. Minimizing stimuli that encourage delay or distraction reinforces the habit of rising early and entering a productive state immediately. Environmental design strengthens discipline and makes early waking sustainable. Hold yourself accountable with tracking and commitment. Record wake-up times, accomplishments during early hours, and progress toward weekly or monthly goals. Accountability reinforces discipline, motivates adherence, and provides feedback for improvement. Observing the benefits of early rising encourages consistency and strengthens the habit over time. Use early hours for learning and skill development. Reading, practicing new skills, or studying during these quiet periods enhances personal and professional growth. Early morning learning ensures uninterrupted focus and supports long-term progress, turning time that might otherwise be lost into a strategic investment in capability and knowledge. Avoid reliance on motivation alone. Habit formation is driven by consistency, discipline, and environmental structure rather than fluctuating motivation. Establishing fixed wake-up times, routines, and clear objectives ensures that early hours are productive even when enthusiasm is low. Discipline sustains results and reinforces the habit of intentional time use. Leverage the psychological advantage of early rising. Completing important tasks before others are awake creates a sense of accomplishment, control, and momentum. This early progress sets the tone for the day, reduces stress, and provides a psychological edge in both personal and professional endeavors. A productive morning instills confidence and reinforces focus for subsequent activities. Prepare for challenges and setbacks. Early mornings may initially feel difficult, and energy may be low if the body is adjusting. Plan gradual transitions, allow for restorative rest, and maintain flexibility during adaptation. Recognizing that discipline strengthens over time encourages persistence and prevents discouragement. Gradual consistency produces sustainable results. Celebrate the benefits of uninterrupted morning hours. Recognize the clarity, progress, and focus achieved through this practice. Reflection on accomplishments reinforces the value of early rising and motivates continued commitment. Positive reinforcement strengthens habits, making early mornings a natural and energizing part of life. Combine early rising with planning for the day and week. Use morning hours to outline priorities, identify critical tasks, and allocate time intentionally. This proactive approach ensures that the entire day is guided by deliberate action rather than reactive responses. Planning in the morning maximizes productivity and aligns effort with meaningful goals. Embrace early waking as a long-term habit. Consistency over weeks and months compounds results, creating sustained momentum, enhanced discipline, and continuous progress toward goals. Early mornings become a protected period that consistently contributes to growth, focus, and achievement. Over time, the habit transforms not just daily productivity, but overall lifestyle, energy management, and personal effectiveness. Waking up earlier is more than a schedule adjustment. It is a strategic choice to reclaim time, focus, and control over life. By preparing the night before, establishing routines, eliminating distractions, aligning tasks with energy, and committing consistently, morning hours become a powerful window for accomplishment, learning, and growth. This deliberate use of early time reinforces discipline, enhances productivity, and creates the foundation for long-term success and personal mastery. Chapter 12. Reflect daily on accomplishments and areas for improvement. Reflecting daily on accomplishments and areas for improvement is a transformative practice that strengthens self-awareness, enhances productivity, and drives consistent growth. Without reflection, it is easy to move through days passively, unaware of achievements, repeating mistakes, and losing sight of personal or professional goals. Daily reflection allows a clear understanding of what worked, what needs adjustment, and how to apply lessons learned in the future. This practice is not about self-criticism, but about honest evaluation, learning, and taking deliberate steps toward improvement. Regular reflection transforms experience into insight, and insight into action, creating a continuous cycle of development and mastery. Start by setting aside dedicated time each day for reflection. This can be in the evening, at the end of a workday, or during a quiet moment at home. The key is consistency and creating a routine where reflection is non-negotiable. Even a short period of 10 to 15 minutes can provide significant benefits if applied intentionally. The goal is to examine the day with clarity and purpose, creating a structured opportunity to learn and grow. Begin the reflection by acknowledging accomplishments. Identify tasks completed, challenges overcome, and progress made toward goals. Recognizing achievements reinforces confidence, provides a sense of closure, and motivates continued effort. Celebration of even small successes is important because it validates consistent effort and fosters a positive mindset. Focusing on accomplishments ensures that reflection is balanced and encourages a sense of progress rather than dwelling solely on shortcomings. Next, examine areas for improvement with honesty and clarity. Identify mistakes, inefficiencies, or decisions that did not produce the desired outcome. Avoid self-judgment or blame, and approach these observations as opportunities for growth. Understanding where performance fell short allows targeted adjustments, preventing repetition of errors and strengthening competence over time. Constructive self-assessment is the foundation for continuous improvement. Ask focused questions to guide reflection. Questions such as what went well, what could have been done differently, and what was learned help structure the evaluation process. Inquiry allows insight to emerge naturally rather than relying on vague impressions. By systematically asking meaningful questions, patterns, strengths, and weaknesses become apparent, providing actionable knowledge for future decisions and actions. Document reflections to enhance clarity and retention. Journaling or recording thoughts creates a tangible record of progress and challenges. Writing down insights reinforces learning, allows trends to be identified over time, and provides reference points for measuring growth. Documented reflections become a personal guidebook that can inform planning, goal setting, and decision-making in the future. Analyze patterns over time. Daily reflection not only highlights single-day successes and challenges, but also reveals recurring behaviors, habits, or obstacles. Recognizing trends allows proactive adjustments, ensures sustained improvement, and helps allocate time and energy to activities that yield the highest return. Observing patterns strengthens strategic thinking and ensures that reflection produces actionable outcomes rather than isolated observations. Set actionable steps based on reflection. Identify specific adjustments, new strategies, or tasks to prioritize for the following day. Turning insights into clear actions ensures that reflection is productive rather than purely contemplative. Action-oriented reflection bridges the gap between learning and execution, reinforcing the habit of deliberate progress and personal accountability. Include evaluation of emotional and mental state. Consider how stress, mood, focus, or energy influenced performance and decision-making. Understanding the interplay between emotional well-being and productivity provides guidance for managing energy and sustaining effectiveness. Reflection on mental state allows adjustments to routines, priorities, or self-care practices, ensuring that personal performance is optimized alongside accomplishments. Balance reflection between professional and personal aspects. Evaluating work achievements, skill development, and task completion is important, but personal growth, relationships, and health are equally essential. Holistic reflection ensures that improvement efforts are integrated across all areas of life, promoting well-rounded progress and sustainable well-being. This approach encourages alignment between personal values and daily actions. Prioritize lessons learned that have the highest impact. Not every observation requires immediate change. Identify key insights that will produce the greatest improvement in productivity, effectiveness, or personal growth. Focusing on high-impact lessons ensures that reflection translates into meaningful action rather than overwhelming minor adjustments. Strategic prioritization strengthens results and builds momentum for continual development. Use reflection to enhance accountability. By regularly evaluating performance and documenting outcome, individuals create a framework of responsibility toward themselves. Accountability reinforces discipline, supports consistency, and motivates adherence to personal standards and commitments. Awareness of performance, reinforced by reflection, encourages intentional choices and sustained effort toward goals. Integrate reflection with goal-setting practices. Insights gained from daily evaluation inform adjustments to short-term and long-term objectives. Reflecting on accomplishments clarifies progress toward goals, while examining areas for improvement identifies actions necessary to advance further. This integration ensures that reflection is a dynamic tool supporting continuous alignment between effort and desired outcomes. Focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems. Reflection should highlight challenges but shift attention to corrective actions or alternative strategies. This approach maintains motivation, encourages proactive behavior, and ensures that evaluation leads to tangible improvement. A solution-oriented mindset converts reflection into forward momentum and prevents stagnation. Leverage reflection to improve decision-making. Evaluating past choices and outcomes strengthens judgment, sharpens awareness of consequences, and informs more deliberate actions in the future. By considering both successful and unsuccessful decisions, reflection cultivates clarity and confidence in approaching new situations. Improved decision-making enhances efficiency, reduces errors, and accelerates progress toward goals. Incorporate reflection into routines that support focus and clarity. Create a calm, distraction-free environment that encourages honest evaluation and thoughtful consideration. Consistent settings, times, and methods for reflection establish it as a natural and valued part of daily life. Environmental and structural consistency reinforces the habit and ensures its long-term effectiveness. Encourage self-compassion during reflection. Recognize that imperfection and setbacks are natural elements of growth. Viewing mistakes as opportunities for learning, rather than failure, fosters resilience, motivation, and persistence. A compassionate approach strengthens mental well-being and sustains engagement with the reflective process over time. Measure improvement over extended periods. Track progress in skills, efficiency, productivity, or personal growth to evaluate the cumulative effect of daily reflection. Long-term measurement reveals how small daily insights translate into meaningful development, reinforcing the importance and value of consistent practice. Observing sustained growth motivates continued reflection and continuous action. Use reflection to reinforce priorities. Daily evaluation highlights what truly matters, ensuring that energy and focus remain aligned with goals. By examining accomplishments and areas for improvement, decisions about task allocation, effort, and attention become clearer. Reflection provides a compass for aligning daily actions with larger objectives, ensuring that time is used effectively. Ultimately, daily reflection transforms experience into actionable insight, habits into growth, and effort into results. By acknowledging accomplishments, evaluating areas for improvement, setting clear actions, and integrating lessons into subsequent days, individuals cultivate self-awareness, discipline, and mastery over their time and actions. Regular reflection builds momentum, strengthens resilience, and ensures that every day contributes meaningfully to personal and professional development. Chapter 13. Say no to commitments that drain your energy. Batching similar tasks together is a highly effective strategy for increasing efficiency, reducing mental fatigue, and improving focus throughout the day. When tasks are approached individually and scattered throughout the schedule, it requires constant context switching, which consumes energy, slows progress, and diminishes overall productivity. By grouping similar activities and addressing them in dedicated blocks of time, The brain can remain in a consistent mode, streamline processes, and accomplish more with less effort. This approach maximizes output while minimizing the cognitive load associated with switching between unrelated tasks. Batching is not just about organization, it is about working smarter and creating momentum that accelerates progress. Start by identifying tasks that share similar characteristics. These can include communications like responding to emails, administrative duties such as filing or scheduling, creative tasks like writing or designing, or repetitive activities that require similar tools or mindsets. Categorizing tasks by type provides clarity on what can be grouped and prepares the foundation for batching effectively. Assess the volume and frequency of each task category. Determine how often certain activities occur and which consume the most time. Understanding task patterns allows for strategic allocation of time blocks and prevents smaller tasks from fragmenting the schedule unnecessarily. Prioritizing high-volume or high-effort task categories for batching yields the greatest efficiency gains. Allocate specific time blocks to each batch. Schedule uninterrupted periods during which only one category of tasks is addressed. This eliminates distractions, reduces decision fatigue, and allows deep focus on completing the entire set efficiently. Assigning fixed windows for each batch creates rhythm and predictability, improving consistency in execution. Eliminate interruptions during batch periods. Turn off notifications, avoid unrelated communications, and inform others of focus time when necessary. Protecting these blocks ensures that the brain can fully engage with the task type without context switching or distraction. Focused batching strengthens mental clarity and enhances the quality of work. Prepare all necessary resources in advance. Gather materials, tools, or references required for the batch session before starting. This reduces pauses, avoids unnecessary breaks, and maintains a continuous workflow. Preparedness ensures that energy is applied to task completion rather than searching for supplies or information. Start with the highest priority batch. Address tasks that have the most significant impact on goals or deadlines first. Completing high-value batches early ensures that critical responsibilities are handled efficiently and reduces stress associated with looming obligations. Prioritization within batching amplifies both productivity and strategic results. Group tasks by cognitive similarity. Activities that require similar thought processes, skill sets, or decision-making patterns should be batched together. For example, tasks involving analysis, calculation, or strategic planning can be grouped separately from creative brainstorming or communication duties. Aligning cognitive demand improves efficiency and reduces mental strain. Use batching for routine and repetitive activities. Tasks that occur regularly, such as responding to emails, updating records, or generating reports, are ideal candidates. Grouping these activities into predictable sessions prevents them from interrupting more demanding or creative work, saving time and energy. Regular batching of routine tasks maintains consistency while freeing space for higher value efforts. Monitor the duration of batches to optimize focus. Avoid excessively long periods that induce fatigue and diminish attention. Balance the length of batches with natural energy cycles and the complexity of tasks. Short, focused sessions enhance efficiency, while longer sessions may be reserved for tasks requiring deep engagement. Timing and pacing are essential to sustain productivity. Integrate breaks between batches. Transitioning between different types of tasks benefits from short pauses to reset focus and energy. Breaks prevent cognitive overload, reduce stress, and enhance the quality of work across successive batches. Structured downtime maintains momentum while preserving mental clarity. Leverage tools and systems to facilitate batching. Use project management software, task lists, or digital timers to organize, track, and execute batches efficiently. Tools provide visibility, reduce friction, and ensure accountability for completing group tasks within scheduled periods. Systematic support strengthens batching habits and improves consistency. Combine batching with prioritization strategies. High-impact tasks should be batched first, followed by lower priority or routine activities. Integrating batching with prioritization ensures that effort is applied where it produces the greatest results, maximizing the return on time invested. Strategic alignment of batching and priorities amplifies effectiveness. Evaluate the effectiveness of batching regularly. Observe whether grouped tasks are completed faster, with higher quality, or with reduced stress. Adjust the size, timing, or composition of batches based on feedback from previous sessions. Continuous improvement strengthens the practice and ensures that batching remains aligned with goals. Delegate or outsource components within batches when possible. If certain tasks can be handled by others without compromising quality, freeing personal time allows focus on high-value tasks within other batches. Strategic delegation complements batching, enhancing overall efficiency and resource management. Use batching for learning and skill development activities. Group similar educational or training tasks together to reinforce focus and retention. Combining study sessions, practice exercises, or review activities allows deeper engagement and accelerates skill acquisition. Batching learning tasks maximizes cognitive absorption and long-term growth. Communicate batch schedules to relevant parties. Inform colleagues, clients, or family members of focused work periods to minimize interruptions. Transparent communication reinforces boundaries and ensures that batch sessions are protected, allowing sustained concentration. Accountability through communication supports habit formation and efficiency. Reflect on batching outcomes at the end of each day or week. Review completed batches, assess time savings, and note improvements in productivity. Reflection reinforces learning, identifies opportunities for refining batch strategies, and strengthens discipline in maintaining the practice. Insight gained through reflection ensures ongoing optimization. Combine batching with long-term planning. Align batches with weekly or monthly objectives to ensure that grouped activities contribute to meaningful progress. Scheduling batches in harmony with overarching goals maximizes impact, prevents wasted effort, and integrates daily efficiency with strategic outcomes. Planning and batching together create a cohesive approach to time management. Adopting the habit of batching similar tasks transforms workflow, reduces wasted energy, and increases efficiency dramatically. By identifying similar tasks, allocating dedicated focus periods, protecting against interruptions, preparing resources, and integrating reflection and improvement, the practice becomes a sustainable and powerful tool for productivity. Batching allows for deliberate, focused work, producing higher quality results in less time while preserving mental clarity and energy. Regular application of batching enhances discipline, accelerates progress toward goals, and creates a structured, controlled, and efficient approach to daily life. Chapter 14. Batch similar tasks together to increase efficiency. Batching similar tasks together is a method that dramatically improves productivity and reduces unnecessary mental strain. Many people switch constantly between unrelated tasks, believing multitasking will help them accomplish more. In truth, frequent context switching fragments focus, increases fatigue, and slows progress. By grouping related activities, the mind can remain in a consistent workflow, allowing tasks to be completed more efficiently and with higher quality. Batching creates a rhythm that minimizes wasted energy and allows deep focus, ultimately freeing time for meaningful and strategic work. Begin by observing daily activities to identify patterns of similarity. Track tasks over several days to determine which types share processes, tools, or cognitive requirements. Tasks that are repetitive, require the same mindset, or involve similar outputs are ideal candidates for batching. Categorizing activities provides clarity and allows for intentional grouping rather than leaving task execution to chance. Prioritize which tasks to batch based on importance and frequency. High-volume tasks, or tasks that consume significant mental energy, should be addressed first in batches. Routine tasks that are low in urgency but still necessary can be grouped separately. Prioritization ensures that batching contributes to both efficiency and strategic progress. Set dedicated time blocks for each batch of tasks. Allocate uninterrupted periods to complete all tasks of the same type consecutively. This structure minimizes distractions, reduces the cognitive load of switching between unrelated activities, and maximizes focus on completing the batch efficiently. Time-blocked batching creates predictability in daily workflow and encourages disciplined work habits. Prepare all materials and resources needed before starting a batch. Collecting necessary tools, documents, or information in advance ensures that workflow is continuous and not interrupted by searches or delays. Preparation is essential for maintaining momentum and applying full energy toward completing the batch, rather than dealing with avoidable obstacles. Eliminate distractions during batching periods. Turn off notifications, silence phones, and close irrelevant applications. Inform others of your focused work period when necessary to protect uninterrupted time. Preserving mental space enhances concentration and allows tasks to be completed with higher quality and in less time. Consider the cognitive requirements of tasks when batching. Group activities that demand similar mental processes, such as analytical thinking, creative output, or repetitive administrative work. Aligning task type with cognitive demand prevents unnecessary mental strain and allows the brain to operate efficiently within a consistent mode of thought. Batching is particularly effective for repetitive or routine activities. Tasks such as responding to emails, filing documents, or updating spreadsheets can be grouped to prevent them from interrupting more demanding work. Performing these tasks together reduces friction, improves speed, and ensures attention is allocated to higher impact work at other times. Monitor batch duration to maintain optimal focus. Avoid excessively long blocks that may cause fatigue or diminish productivity. Short, focused sessions are often more effective than prolonged periods, especially for tasks requiring sustained attention. Structuring batches according to energy levels and task complexity ensures consistent efficiency. Use batching for creative or skill-based work as well. Group similar exercises, projects, or practice sessions to allow deep engagement with the subject matter. Completing related tasks consecutively supports retention, creativity, and problem-solving. This approach maximizes both learning and output in a way that scattered execution cannot. Incorporate breaks between batches to sustain energy. Transitioning between task types benefits from brief rest periods to reset focus and maintain productivity. Short breaks prevent mental overload and allow the brain to recharge, ensuring high-quality work across successive batches. Leverage digital tools to organize and manage batches. Project management software, timers, and task lists can help plan, execute, and track batches efficiently. Tools reduce cognitive load and provide accountability, making it easier to maintain structured batching routines consistently. Combine batching with prioritization strategies. Start each day by batching high-impact tasks first and following with lower priority or routine activities. This approach ensures that critical responsibilities receive attention when energy is highest, maximizing the return on effort. Strategic integration of batching and prioritization amplifies both efficiency and results. Evaluate the results of each batching session. Review completed tasks to assess speed, quality, and efficiency. Determine which batches were most effective and which could be adjusted in the future. Regular evaluation refines the process and ensures that batching continues to improve productivity over time. Delegate components of batches when possible. Some tasks may be more efficiently handled by others, freeing personal time for high-value work within other batches. Delegation complements batching, ensuring maximum output and preserving energy for strategic priorities. Use batching to manage communications. Group phone calls, emails, and messages into dedicated periods rather than addressing them sporadically. This approach prevents interruptions from fragmenting work and allows meaningful communication without sacrificing focus on important projects. Reflect on batching. As part of a weekly or monthly review, observe which groupings produced the greatest efficiency, saved time, or improved outcomes. Refining batches based on past performance ensures that the practice evolves and adapts to changing responsibilities and priorities. Communicate batching schedules to relevant parties. Let colleagues, clients, or collaborators know when focused work blocks occur to minimize interruptions. Transparency reinforces boundaries and maintains consistent, protected time for high-impact tasks. Integrate batching with long-term planning. Align grouped tasks with weekly or monthly objectives to ensure that time spent contributes to meaningful progress. This connection between daily batching and overarching goals enhances strategic productivity and ensures that energy is applied to results that matter most. Implement batching consistently to develop a habit. Daily practice creates rhythm and strengthens discipline, making it easier to enter productive flow states. Over time, batching becomes automatic, increasing efficiency and freeing mental bandwidth for higher-level decision-making and personal growth. Batching similar tasks together transforms productivity by reducing wasted energy, increasing focus, and accelerating accomplishment. By identifying related activities, scheduling dedicated time blocks, eliminating distractions, preparing resources, and reflecting on outcomes, batching becomes a sustainable practice that maximizes efficiency. Regular application strengthens discipline, enhances time management, and ensures that attention is consistently directed toward high-value work, creating long-term benefits in both professional and personal life. Chapter 15. Use waiting time wisely for productive micro-actions. Using waiting time wisely transforms otherwise wasted minutes into opportunities for productivity, growth, and meaningful progress. Most people experience frequent moments of idle time throughout the day, waiting in line, commuting, sitting in a lobby, or pausing between meetings. These intervals are often overlooked or filled with passive activities, such as scrolling through social media or zoning out. However, when approached intentionally, even brief periods can be leveraged for small, impactful actions that contribute to personal and professional advancement. Learning to convert waiting time into productive micro-actions increases efficiency, strengthens discipline, and ensures consistent momentum toward goals. Begin by recognizing and acknowledging idle moments as potential opportunities. Awareness is the first step. Without it, these periods will continue to pass unutilized. Pay attention to daily routines and identify pockets of time where activity is unnecessary or paused. Once identified, these intervals can be purposefully allocated to tasks that require minimal resources but produce meaningful outcomes. Create a list of micro-actions suitable for waiting periods. Micro-actions are small, focused tasks that can be completed in short bursts of time without requiring extensive setup or tools. Examples include reading a few pages of a book, drafting quick notes, sending concise messages, reviewing a checklist, practicing mindfulness, or reflecting on goals. Having a prepared set of actions eliminates hesitation and ensures waiting time is used intentionally. Prioritize micro-actions based on impact and feasibility. Choose tasks that advance important objectives or contribute to personal development. Even short efforts, when applied consistently, accumulate into significant progress over time. By selecting high-value micro-actions, waiting time becomes a consistent source of productivity rather than distraction. Incorporate technology strategically. Use mobile devices, tablets or laptops to facilitate micro-actions when appropriate. Educational apps, task management tools, language learning programs or note-taking software can turn idle moments into opportunities for skill building and preparation. Digital resources enhance flexibility, enabling productivity regardless of location. Practice focus and intentionality during waiting periods. Avoid defaulting to passive or mindless behaviors. Treat every moment as a choice between productive engagement and wasted time. Intentionality strengthens discipline and reinforces the habit of converting idle time into meaningful activity. Use waiting periods for reflection and planning. Even a few minutes of evaluating daily progress, setting intentions, or reviewing priorities can provide clarity and direction. Micro-reflection enables better decision-making, reinforces focus, and prepares the mind for upcoming tasks or challenges. This practice ensures that waiting time contributes to both mental organization and strategic thinking. Leverage waiting time for skill enhancement. Micro-actions such as memorizing vocabulary, solving quick exercises, or reviewing professional materials allow continuous learning without requiring dedicated blocks of time. Incremental skill development accumulates rapidly when waiting periods are consistently utilized. This approach integrates personal growth into daily routines seamlessly. Apply micro-actions to relationship building. Sending thoughtful messages, drafting quick appreciation notes, or preparing discussion points can strengthen personal and professional connections. Small but intentional efforts during idle time contribute to more meaningful interactions and foster consistent engagement with important relationships. Use waiting periods to address minor administrative tasks. Responding to emails, updating to-do lists, or organizing digital files can be accomplished in short bursts. Handling these tasks in micro-sessions prevents accumulation of minor responsibilities and maintains workflow continuity throughout the day. Efficient use of waiting time reduces stress caused by backlog and enhances overall productivity. Combine micro-actions with mindfulness practices. Waiting periods can serve as moments to practice breathing exercises, mental relaxation, or focused attention. This not only preserves mental energy, but also improves concentration and emotional regulation for tasks ahead. Mindful micro-actions enhance both productivity and well-being simultaneously. Plan ahead by anticipating waiting times. Consider daily routines, travel schedules, or recurring appointments, and identify predictable moments of inactivity. Preparing micro-actions in advance ensures that these intervals are consistently leveraged rather than lost. Strategic anticipation reinforces intentional behavior and strengthens time management discipline. Create a system to track utilization of waiting time. Maintain a simple log or journal to monitor which micro-actions were completed and their frequency. Tracking encourages accountability, provides insight into patterns, and reinforces the habit of purposeful use of idle moments. Observation and feedback improve consistency and impact over time. Use waiting time for creative brainstorming. Short bursts of reflection can generate ideas for projects, problem-solving, or personal initiatives. Jotting down thoughts or sketching concepts during idle periods allows innovation to occur organically and keeps creativity active without requiring extended sessions. Leverage waiting time for health and well-being micro-actions. Simple stretches, posture adjustments, or hydration breaks can be implemented efficiently. These small actions improve physical comfort, prevent fatigue, and contribute to overall energy management, ensuring sustained productivity throughout the day. Integrate waiting time micro-actions into larger goals. Each small effort should align with broader objectives, whether related to career development, personal improvement, or skill mastery. Consistent alignment ensures that every idle moment contributes purposefully to meaningful progress and long-term achievement. Practice adaptability when utilizing waiting time. Not all moments are predictable, and some intervals may vary in length or context. Maintain a flexible approach to micro-actions, adjusting tasks according to available time and resources. Adaptability ensures that productivity is maximized without overcomplicating short periods of waiting. Avoid overloading waiting periods with complex tasks. Micro-actions should be manageable and achievable within the available time. Attempting large or intricate work during brief intervals can lead to frustration, incomplete tasks, and reduced motivation. Keep micro-actions simple, actionable, and focused to maintain consistency and effectiveness. Reflect on the effectiveness of micro-actions periodically. Evaluate which actions consistently produce value, enhance skills, or reduce stress. Adjust future micro-actions based on outcomes to maximize impact. Continuous evaluation strengthens the habit and ensures that waiting time remains a productive resource. Encourage habit formation by using waiting time intentionally every day. Consistent application of micro-actions embeds this practice into daily routine, transforming idle moments into predictable sources of productivity. Over time, the habit becomes automatic, reinforcing efficiency and maximizing use of all available time. Ultimately, using waiting time wisely through productive micro-actions turns fragmented moments into a steady engine of progress. By identifying opportunities, planning actionable tasks, prioritizing high-value efforts, leveraging technology, and reflecting on results, idle moments become meaningful contributors to personal and professional growth. The practice cultivates discipline, enhances time management, and ensures that every available minute is transformed into a step toward mastery, efficiency, and meaningful achievement. Chapter 16. Break large projects into actionable, manageable steps. Breaking large projects into actionable, manageable steps is a fundamental approach to achieving significant goals efficiently and with minimal stress. When confronted with a major project, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the scope, complexity, or time required for completion. This overwhelm often leads to procrastination, indecision, and wasted energy. By dissecting the project into smaller, clearly defined tasks, progress becomes tangible, momentum builds steadily, and the work becomes far more approachable. Each step becomes an achievable milestone, and completing these sequentially transforms large ambitions into concrete results. Begin by break the project into broad phases. Identify major components or stages that must be completed to reach the end goal. These phases act as high-level checkpoints, making the project more digestible and easier to organize. Each phase should represent a significant portion of work that can later be subdivided into smaller, actionable steps. Decompose each phase into specific tasks. Tasks should be concrete, actionable, and achievable within a reasonable time frame. Estimate the resources and time required for each step. Understanding what each task demands in terms of effort, materials, or collaboration allows for realistic scheduling and preparation. Accurate estimates prevent overcommitment and ensure that each step can be approached with confidence and efficiency. Sequence tasks logically. Determine the order. Set milestones to track progress. Milestones serve as markers of achievement within the project and provide motivation as each is reached. They offer opportunities to review accomplishments, adjust strategies if needed, and celebrate progress, which strengthens commitment and maintains momentum. Focus on one actionable step at a time. Large projects often feel paralyzing when viewed as a whole. Concentrating on completing a single task simplifies decision-making, reduces stress, and ensures steady forward movement. Small, consistent actions accumulate into substantial progress over time. Utilize checklists to organize and monitor tasks. Documenting steps in a checklist format allows for visual tracking of accomplishments and provides clarity on what remains to be done. Crossing off completed tasks reinforces achievement and helps maintain motivation throughout the project lifecycle. Incorporate deadlines for each step. Assigning specific completion dates creates structure, encourages accountability, and prevents delays from accumulating. Deadlines also aid in prioritizing tasks within phases, ensuring that momentum is maintained and progress aligns with overall project timelines. Allocate resources strategically. Ensure that time, personnel, and materials are available for each step before beginning. Proper preparation minimizes interruptions, prevents frustration, and ensures that tasks are executed efficiently. Resource planning contributes to smoother project flow and higher quality results. Anticipate potential obstacles for each step. Identify risks or challenges that may arise and consider solutions in advance. Preparing contingency plans allows for rapid adaptation, reduces disruption, and maintains consistent progress toward completion. Proactive problem-solving strengthens resilience and reduces stress. Use time blocking for focused execution. Dedicate specific periods to complete each step without distraction. Concentrated effort improves efficiency, maintains energy levels, and ensures that tasks are approached systematically. Time blocking reinforces discipline and enhances overall productivity within the project. Review and adjust steps as needed. Projects evolve, and unforeseen changes may require modification of tasks, sequencing, or resource allocation. Regular review ensures that each action remains relevant, achievable, and aligned with the ultimate objective. Flexibility within structured planning prevents stagnation and promotes continuous progress. Delegate appropriate steps to others when possible. Large projects often involve tasks that can be effectively handled by collaborators or team members. Delegation frees personal time for high-priority actions, leverages strengths, and accelerates overall completion. Coordinated delegation enhances efficiency and ensures that expertise is applied where most impactful. Incorporate feedback loops within steps. Seek input or evaluation for critical tasks to ensure quality and alignment with objectives. Feedback enables early correction, reduces errors, and improves overall outcomes, preventing wasted effort and increasing confidence in project success. Break complex tasks into micro-tasks if needed. Even individual steps may feel overwhelming if too broad or intricate. Further decomposition into micro-tasks makes execution more manageable, increases focus, and provides incremental achievement, reinforcing motivation throughout the project. Maintain documentation of progress, recording completed tasks, decisions made, and adjustments implemented creates a reference for future projects and supports accountability. Documentation also allows for reflection, learning, and process improvement over time. Celebrate completion of key steps. Recognizing progress, no matter how small, reinforces commitment, strengthens discipline, and encourages continued effort. Positive reinforcement ensures that motivation is sustained from project start to finish. Reflect on the overall process after project completion. Analyze which steps were effective, which required adjustment, and what strategies contributed consistently. Chapter 17. Simplify routines to reduce unnecessary complexity and stress. Simplifying routines is a crucial strategy for reducing stress, increasing efficiency, and creating more mental and physical space to focus on what truly matters. Most daily schedules accumulate unnecessary steps, redundant actions, or overly complicated procedures that consume energy without producing meaningful results. When routines are cluttered, the mind becomes scattered, decision-making slows, and fatigue accumulates. Streamlining daily habits creates clarity, frees mental bandwidth, and allows consistent focus on high-priority actions. Simplification is not about cutting corners. It is about eliminating what is unnecessary so that energy can be fully applied to the things that drive results and improve life quality. Begin by analyzing daily routines. Observe each step you take from morning to night, noting where time and energy are spent. Identify actions that are repetitive, redundant, or offer little value. Understanding the flow of your day is the first step in determining what can be simplified or removed. Awareness allows informed decisions rather than arbitrary changes. Determine high-value activities within routines. Focus on tasks that directly contribute to goals, well-being, or personal growth. These are the actions that deserve the bulk of attention and energy. By highlighting what truly matters, it becomes easier to identify and eliminate low-impact or distracting steps that clutter the schedule. Combine Create limit choices, automate repetitive actions, use tools, technology, or systems to handle tasks that occur regularly, such as bill payments, reminders, or information updates. Automation eliminates the need for manual intervention, decreases error, and allows attention to be focused on more complex or creative responsibilities. Efficient routines leverage technology to save time and energy. Use time blocking for structured routines. Allocate specific windows for essential activities rather than performing tasks sporadically. Structured blocks allow focused execution, reduce transitions between unrelated tasks, and maintain mental clarity. Scheduling routines intentionally simplifies the day and increases the predictability of outcomes. Prepare in advance to reduce friction. Organize materials, tools, or resources needed for daily routines before they are required. Preparation minimizes interruptions, prevents last-minute stress, and creates a smoother flow. Being ready in advance simplifies execution and enhances efficiency. Prioritize essential tasks within routines. Determine which actions have the highest impact on goals or well-being, and perform those first. Prioritization ensures that energy is consistently directed toward meaningful activities, even when time is limited. Structured prioritization prevents overwhelm and enhances the effectiveness of daily habits. Eliminate multitasking within routines. Focusing on one task at a time improves quality, reduces stress, and shortens completion time. Simplifying focus within routines allows for deeper engagement with each activity and prevents mental fragmentation. Single-task execution strengthens discipline and increases overall productivity. Regularly review routines to maintain simplicity. Evaluate whether current habits still serve goals and make adjustments as needed. Over time, routines can become cluttered or outdated. Periodic review ensures that only effective and meaningful actions are retained, maintaining clarity and reducing unnecessary complexity. Incorporate rest and transition periods. Allowing time for brief pauses between tasks prevents cognitive overload and maintains energy throughout the day. Simplified routines include recovery moments, which enhance efficiency and prevent burnout. Mindful pacing improves both productivity and well-being. Focus on minimizing decisions rather than eliminating actions. The goal is to reduce cognitive load by structuring predictable patterns rather than cutting essential tasks. Simplified routines allow the mind to operate efficiently without being burdened by constant choices. Decision reduction improves clarity and execution. Apply the principle of less is more. Reducing the number of steps, tools, or actions in a routine creates a leaner, more effective workflow. Simplicity increases focus, decreases stress, and allows energy to be applied to high-impact actions rather than maintaining unnecessary complexity. Minimalism in routines enhances productivity and mental clarity. Use checklists. Integrate reflection and improvement into routines. Regularly consider what is working, what can be streamlined, and where adjustments are needed. Reflective practice maintains simplicity over time and ensures routines evolve to remain effective and low stress. Continuous refinement keeps routines efficient and meaningful. Simplifying routines transforms daily life by reducing unnecessary complexity, conserving energy, and creating space for high-priority actions. By analyzing activities, eliminating low-value tasks, consolidating similar actions, automating repetitive work, and maintaining consistent patterns, routines become more efficient and less stressful. Simplified routines improve focus, reduce mental fatigue, and enable consistent progress toward personal and professional goals, providing both structure and freedom within daily life. Reviewing progress weekly is a powerful habit that allows for clear assessment of accomplishments, identification of obstacles, and strategic adjustment of priorities to ensure continued forward momentum. Many people move through days and weeks without taking time to reflect on what has been achieved or what still requires attention. Without regular review, efforts can drift, energy is wasted on low-impact activities, and important objectives are delayed. A weekly review creates structure, accountability, and clarity, helping to align daily actions with broader goals. It allows for a conscious evaluation of performance, encourages learning from successes and mistakes, and fosters disciplined progress. Start by setting aside a dedicated time each week for review. Consistency is key. Choose a moment when you can focus without interruption, whether at the end of the work week or during a quiet period over the weekend. This ensures reflection is thorough and not rushed, giving the brain space to analyze patterns and insights effectively. Gather all necessary materials for the review. This includes calendars, task lists, notes, project updates, or any other documentation that tracks activity over the past week. Having a complete record allows an accurate assessment of what was accomplished, what was delayed, and where improvements can be made. Documentation is the foundation of a meaningful review. Examine completed tasks first. Evaluate what was achieved against planned objectives and goals. Acknowledge completed actions and assess their quality and impact. Recognizing accomplishments reinforces motivation, builds confidence, and provides a clear view of the tangible progress made. Celebrate achievements no matter how small, as consistency compounds into meaningful results over time. Identify incomplete or delayed tasks. Analyze why these items were not completed as planned. Determine whether obstacles were external, such as resource limitations or unexpected challenges, or internal, such as distractions, procrastination, or insufficient planning. Understanding the cause of delays informs more effective strategies for the upcoming week. Assess alignment of actions with priorities. Evaluate whether your time and energy were focused on the most important objectives. Determine if low-impact or less relevant tasks consumed more effort than they should have. Ensuring that daily actions align with key priorities maximizes efficiency and strengthens progress toward long-term goals. Reflect on lessons learned. Consider what worked well, what strategies were effective, and what habits supported productivity. Also identify mistakes or approaches that hindered progress. Reflection transforms experiences into actionable knowledge, guiding better decision-making and improving future performance. Set clear priorities for the upcoming week. Based on the review, determine which tasks and goals deserve immediate attention, which can be postponed, and which can be eliminated entirely. Prioritization ensures that energy is applied where it produces the highest value and prevents time from being wasted on non-essential activities. Break weekly priorities into actionable steps. Create a plan that outlines specific tasks to achieve the key objectives. Defining clear actions reduces ambiguity, makes execution simpler, and ensures that each day contributes purposefully to the broader goals. Actionable planning strengthens accountability and maintains momentum. Allocate time effectively for high-priority tasks. Schedule dedicated periods in your calendar or planner to focus on essential actions without interruption. Intentional time allocation ensures that critical work receives adequate attention, reduces stress from last-minute effort, and increases overall productivity. Monitor patterns and trends over multiple weeks. Weekly reviews can reveal recurring challenges, inefficiencies, or habits that affect performance. Identifying trends allows for strategic interventions and helps optimize routines, workflows, and decision-making processes over the long term. Use the review to adjust strategies proactively. If certain methods or approaches consistently fail to produce results, modify them. Adaptation ensures that effort is continuously optimized, avoiding repeated mistakes and improving overall effectiveness. Flexibility is a key component of disciplined progress. Incorporate goal tracking into the review. Evaluate progress toward short-term and long-term objectives. Determine whether milestones are being reached and if adjustments to timelines or expectations are necessary. Tracking goals ensures that weekly actions are aligned with the ultimate purpose and that momentum is maintained. Reflect on personal growth alongside task completion. Consider improvements in skills, habits, focus, or resilience achieved during the week. Assessing personal development provides insight into broader progress beyond immediate tasks and reinforces motivation for continued effort. Growth-focused review encourages continuous self-improvement. Prepare for the week ahead. Create a clear plan that incorporates priorities, deadlines, and actionable steps. Anticipate potential challenges and allocate time accordingly. Preparation ensures that the new week begins with clarity, focus, and purpose, reducing decision fatigue and stress. Document the review process. Recording insights, accomplishments, and adjustments creates a reference for future reflection. This documentation supports accountability, helps track patterns over time, and strengthens the ability to refine strategies continuously. Written review enhances clarity and ensures lessons are retained. Chapter 19. Invest time in learning skills that improve efficiency. Investing time in learning skills that improve efficiency is one of the most impactful ways to enhance personal productivity, strengthen performance, and reclaim valuable time each day. Efficiency is not simply about doing more work, it is about doing the right work in the smartest way possible. Developing skills that streamline processes, reduce errors, and increase output transforms daily routines and long-term projects. Time invested in learning these skills multiplies returns, allowing for faster results, reduced stress, and greater accomplishment with less wasted effort. The commitment to continual skill development creates lasting momentum that compounds over weeks, months, and years. Apply the newly learned skills immediately. Practice is essential for transforming knowledge into action. Incorporating skills directly into daily routines, tasks, and projects strengthens retention and demonstrates their real-world value. Immediate application ensures that time invested in learning translates into tangible efficiency gains. Leverage technology to enhance efficiency skills. Modern tools can automate repetitive tasks, streamline communication, manage schedules, and organize information. Mastery of relevant software or applications reduces manual work, prevents errors, and accelerates project completion. Technological proficiency multiplies productivity and supports smarter work rather than harder effort. Develop habits that reinforce skill application. Learning is only effective if consistently applied. Create routines that encourage regular practice, reflection, and adaptation of skills. Habits such as scheduling focused work sessions, reviewing task lists, or using productivity tools reinforce the practical use of efficiency skills. Track progress, seek feedback, invest in soft skills as well as technical skills. Communication, delegation, decision-making, and problem-solving enhance efficiency by reducing misunderstandings, clarifying responsibilities, and improving collaboration. Developing interpersonal skills prevents wasted effort caused by misalignment or conflict and ensures scheduled, dedicated learning periods. Allocate uninterrupted time specifically for skill development rather than relying on sporadic or incidental learning. Focused sessions increase absorption, minimize distraction, and ensure that skill acquisition is intentional and productive. Regular learning time becomes an investment with compounding returns. Adapt learning to evolving needs. Efficiency challenges change over time as responsibilities, technologies, and priorities shift. Continuously reassess which skills are most valuable and adjust learning focus accordingly. Staying adaptable ensures ongoing improvement and prevents stagnation in personal productivity. Combine learning with real-world experimentation. Apply new techniques in actual projects, test different approaches, and observe outcomes. Experimentation allows refinement, identifies what works best in practice, and builds confidence in skill use. Practical experience is the most effective method to internalize efficiency skills. Balance, learning new skills with refining existing ones. Mastery of previously acquired skills ensures consistent performance while expanding capabilities. Neglecting refinement can reduce efficiency, while ongoing practice strengthens competence and accelerates execution. Continuous balance prevents skill degradation and maximizes overall productivity. Use micro-learning to integrate skill development into daily life. Short, focused learning sessions during idle moments, commutes or breaks accumulate substantial knowledge over time. Micro-learning makes skill acquisition manageable, consistent, and less overwhelming, ensuring continual progress without disrupting other responsibilities. Document lessons and strategies for future reference. Keeping notes, checklists, or templates creates resources that save time and effort in subsequent tasks. Recorded strategies prevent repeated mistakes, accelerate future execution, and institutionalize learned efficiency practices. Reflect regularly on the impact of efficiency skills. Consider how newly developed abilities have improved time management, reduced effort, or increased output. Reflection reinforces learning, highlights areas for further development, and motivates continued investment in skill growth. Commit to continuous skill development. Efficiency skills evolve over time, and ongoing learning ensures sustained improvement, adaptability, and productivity. A mindset of lifelong learning guarantees that each investment of time compounds, generating exponential returns in effectiveness and personal growth. Investing time in learning skills that improve efficiency fundamentally transforms daily performance, decision-making, and long-term achievement. By identifying high-impact skills, applying knowledge immediately, practicing consistently, leveraging technology, and reflecting on results, efficiency becomes a deliberate, repeatable, and growing capability. This strategic approach multiplies productivity, reduces wasted effort, and provides greater control over time and outcomes. Mastery of efficiency skills empowers action, strengthens discipline, and ensures that every effort contributes meaningfully to personal and professional goals. Chapter 20. Commit consistently to habits that reclaim your time. Committing consistently to habits that reclaim your time is the ultimate strategy for creating control over your day, maximizing productivity, and achieving meaningful results. Habits are the foundation of efficiency, discipline, and sustained personal growth. Without regular, deliberate actions, even the best intentions remain unrealized. Consistent habits transform time management from a series of reactive decisions into a structured, proactive lifestyle where focus, energy, and effort are aligned with priorities. Establishing and maintaining habits that save time ensures that progress is continuous, results are predictable, and stress from scattered attention is reduced. Start by identifying the habits that directly impact time. Start small, with manageable actions. Attempting to implement overly complex habits often leads to failure and discouragement. Break habits into simple, achievable steps that can be performed daily without overwhelming effort. Small, consistent actions compound over time, producing meaningful results and reinforcing discipline. Focus on consistency over perfection. It is more important to perform a habit regularly than flawlessly. Occasional errors or skipped steps are inevitable, but maintaining overall consistency ensures continued momentum. Persistence outweighs perfection in creating long-term time-saving habits. Use positive reinforcement to strengthen habits. Rewarding yourself for consistent practice increases motivation and embeds the behavior into daily life. Rewards can be as simple as acknowledging progress, taking a short break, or reflecting on accomplishments. Reinforcement encourages repetition and solidifies the habit over time. Review habits regularly. Assess whether each habit continues to contribute to reclaiming time effectively. Modify, replace, or eliminate habits that no longer serve their purpose. Periodic evaluation ensures that habits remain aligned with goals, maintain efficiency, and evolve with changing needs. Combine complementary habits for maximum effect. Certain habits reinforce one another and produce exponential benefits. For example, combining early wake-up routines with focused planning sessions amplifies the impact of each habit. Synergistic habits multiply results and accelerate progress in reclaiming time. Practice self-discipline to maintain habits despite resistance. Motivation fluctuates, but disciplined action ensures that habits are performed consistently. Developing internal commitment prevents reliance on external cues or temporary inspiration and builds resilience in maintaining effective routines. Leverage accountability partners or support systems. Sharing habit goals with trusted individuals or groups provides external reinforcement and encourages consistency. Accountability increases commitment, fosters encouragement, and provides guidance when challenges arise. Start each habit with a clear purpose. Understanding why a habit contributes to reclaiming time strengthens commitment and clarifies its value. Purpose-driven habits are more likely to persist because the rationale reinforces intrinsic motivation. Build habits gradually over time. Avoid introducing too many new routines simultaneously, which can overwhelm focus and reduce adherence. Introduce one habit at a time, master it, and then layer additional habits to create a sustainable system of time-saving practices. Gradual accumulation ensures lasting change. Anticipate and plan for disruptions. Life is unpredictable, and obstacles will arise that challenge habit consistency. Prepare contingency strategies that allow habits to continue despite interruptions. Planning for challenges reduces stress and maintains progress even in unpredictable circumstances. Automate aspects of habits whenever possible. Use tools, reminders, or technology to facilitate consistent practice. Automation reduces reliance on memory or motivation, making adherence easier and freeing mental energy for other priorities.